Welcome back to the Boardroom, episode 5. Everybody, please put your hands together for the one, the only, Adam from Raiders of the Lost Flicks. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm not really a crook. I just play one on YouTube.
You just play one on YouTube, man. Super villain style. I'm digging it. And next, we got Itapukuyan, the place to be reviews. Pete, what's going on, dude?
Hey, I got a Tigers hat on, a Yankees shirt. I sound like ass, but I'm here, baby. It's the Boardroom. It's the Fandom Menace with the groove. And I'm here with 2 Florida men tonight. Some crazy shit might happen. You never know.
I don't know.
Might do some magnet fishing. You never know.
I was telling myself, I was telling the boy, I was like, we're gonna go magnet fishing. Doing a floss.
All right, so that is your Florida song for the day. Everybody knows shit. Fuck.
Shit, I thought I turned my mic
If
off.
you guys find that on Facebook, anyone listening, dude,
It's
that
It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen.
Oh man, I would give that guy so much money if I
It's
saw
a
him on
man
the
after
street.
my heart. I would just stand there all day and just like say, "Give this guy money."
Oh, dude, if that guy put out a freaking album, I'd buy it in a heartbeat. That's the best thing ever. But everybody, welcome back to the Boardroom. Today is episode 5 on Goober Brothers Entertainment. If you guys please would hit that like button, please subscribe to all of our channels, and also an honorable mention to Salvador Perez or Salvador on 2 Cent Toys. He couldn't make it tonight. So, but Sal, you're in our thoughts. Hashtag thoughts and prayers. Hashtag
You may
Fandom
stumble
Members.
in, you never
Hashtag action figures. Anyways.
Right.
So, guys, we're going to start it off with a story that is kind of popular right now, and it's a lot of speculation with the new Batman movie. So, Adam, why don't you take it away?
I'd be glad to. This just broke this afternoon. I'm like, hey, maybe we should talk about this on the. It is Movie Web, so take it with a huge grain of salt. But, I got the article up here. You have to add to the screen though.
So I will do that. Yes.
Alrighty. So is Batista playing Bane in the Batman? At this point, it's like, who isn't in the Batman? Is this going to be like just a who's who of people that aren't doing any movies right now? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like, but then again, you think of Batista and Bane, and physically, yeah, but does he have the chops to carry the part? Because Bane, from what I understand in the comic books, is very intelligent, and Batista, I'm not saying Batista isn't intelligent. He is. He can pull this. He can maybe pull this off, because I've seen him in Blade Runner 2049, and he's magnificent in that movie. He's in a very small part, but it is possible for him to do serious stuff. So it says here, David Batista seems to have something brewing at Warner Brothers. The wrestler turned actor recently took to social media to show that he visited the studio recently, seemingly teasing a project. As for what that project might be, Batista didn't provide much, if anything, in the way of clues, but quite a few fans on Twitter decided to go ahead with some hopeful speculation that he's playing Bane in the future DC movie, possibly even the Batman. The Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers Infinity War star took to Twitter to share a photo of himself at what appears to be the Warner Brothers offices, since Warner Brothers happens to own DC and is currently in the midst of making movies such as The Batman and The Suicide Squad, among others. It gave fans fuel for what might be considered reasonable speculation. Dave Batista shared the photo with the following caption: "It won't come until you get after it. Hashtag Dream Chaser." Even though there was nothing in the photo or the caption that directly hints at Bane or anything DC related, fans took the ball and ran with it. The replies were filled with people speculating that Dave Batista, who currently plays Drax in the MCU, could be playing for other teams in Bane in the future. This isn't completely unfounded. Earlier this year, Batista expressed his willingness to take on the role of the famed brooding Batman villain after a fan suggested he'd be good for the part. Batista has also expressed his desire to take a comic book movie franchise of his own, and Drax movie doesn't seem to be in the cards at the Marvel. Well, of course not. So he's got to look elsewhere to make that happen. It's also worth mentioning that Dave Batista expressed frustration at one point because he had to pass up on a part in an unnamed DC movie due to scheduling conflicts. Many assumed it was a part in the Suicide Squad. Since he and director James Gunn are good friends again, there is no real evidence here to suggest Bane is on the table, but Dave Bautista certainly seems capable of taking on the part. The character was played previously by Jeep Swanson in Batman and Robin and played by Tom Hardy in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight Rises. More recently, Shane West portrayed Batty on Fox's Gotham. It's also important to mention that this could very easily be a project not related to DC or any other notable property for that matter. Warner Brothers is a big studio that produces a wide array of projects. That leaves the door wide open in terms of what they may or may not be discussing with the big star. Still, we can't blame fans for speculating here. Be sure to check out the post from Dave Bautista's Twitter account and speculate away. And here it is right here. It won't come until you get after it.
Well, I'll go troll him.
I always thought Brock Lesnar would be a really good Bane. Just put some tanner on him and, shave his head and, yeah.
I'm not opposed to this idea. I could probably see him in this part. It's just, is it going to be serious, or is it just going to be like, is he going to be relegated to being a goon again?
I just want him to be just like, not like, oh, he's intimidating. Like, I want him to be like, holy shit, how is Batman going to beat him?
I mean, it's kind of a meme now, but at least when you had him in The Dark Knight Rises, he was at least the central villain. I don't know if that was a good follow-up to the Joker, but, we hadn't seen Bane in anything other than, Batman and Robin, where he's just like a secondary goon. And he was a secondary goon in James Bond, which is also kind of a waste. He didn't even have any lines in the movie. He was just there. He was Inspector. He was just pretty much like low rent, odd job, So, but yeah, what do you guys think of this?
To be fair, I think that I think he'd do all right in it because I see Bane as a bigger, more intimidating. He can still have a cerebral aspect to him, like the Tom Hardy Bane did, because he was very cerebral until he became, Talia al Ghul's little bitch. But I mean, Bautista's not going to be the Jeep Swenson type Bane because, let's be honest, the only thing Jeep Swenson had for him at that point was the fact that he was literally a physical monster. And that's the only reason he got into professional wrestling, because he was this huge bodybuilder. And that was that era where they were, that was like your action type, just this big hulking monster for a villain, and he didn't have to speak any lines because he was a secondary character in that movie. He wasn't the main villain anyway. So that was Two-Face, was it in that one, or is that Batman Forever? Those all run together.
Two-Face was Batman Forever.
Yeah, that was Batman Forever. It was him and Riddler.
Yeah.
But this was the one with Mr. Freeze, right? And Poison Ivy and all that.
And Robin.
Yeah. See that one? I like I said, I take them for what they are, but I think Bautista will do all right in this movie. I don't really see a problem. He's not great, but I don't really think he's terrible. He fits.
What gets me thinking about it is, like I said, Bautista. You guys didn't see Blade Runner 2049. He has a bit part at the beginning where he plays a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
And this is not spoiling anything because it's right off. It's in the trailers actually. Yeah, he's a scientist, so he's not talking like a wrestler. You know what I mean? He's not like sounding like a brute. And then he's also got a movie coming out where he's like with this little kid, and like this little kid. He's got to teach this little kid, like it's like a kid's movie, but he's acting with the kid. He's emoting. You know what I mean? Because it's like he hasn't really done any heavy acting yet, but I think it's possible for him to do it. And I don't know. I kind of want to see the guy get his chance. You know what I mean?
I do.
Yeah. Like I know he's kind of outspoken and he can be kind of annoying sometimes, but he's got a history, and I just would like to see that cycle complete itself. And it is possible for this to happen. But the other thing I'm concerned about is if he is in fact going to be Bane in the Batman. Isn't that like one too many villains in the same movie?
Well, who the hell do they have lined up for that villain for that?
Because I thought the Batman, it was going to be, there's already like two of them in there. I'm trying to remember which two though. Damn it, I don't know. But yeah, more than two. It's like The problem with a lot of these previous Batman movies is once you start throwing too many villains into the movie, you don't have one, and it's like it's fan service at that point. It's like, oh, okay, this person doesn't have a lot of screen time, but oh, there they are, and there they went.
You don't want another Spider-Man 3 scenario.
Yeah, I was just
No.
about to say. Yeah.
There's another good example right there. But yeah, Batman and Robin. You know, you just stop putting too many villains in the same movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not Suicide Squad. So.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, it's one thing to, have a couple villains, and then they're collectively trying to, beat the hero. But it's always like there's a villain, you see their side story, they're trying to do something. You see another villain, they're trying to do something different than trying to go after the hero. And it's just a lot of like, what's going on? Are they on the same page, or are they just kind of flip-flopping back and forth? Like Spider-Man 3 did that. It was like Harry Osborn just kind of whining about Peter, and then Venom and like Eddie Brock doing their thing. And then you got the Sandman, who's just kind of, going along. Just, I don't know. Just really weird.
Flint Marko.
Yeah. It's just really, I mean, he was a great casting choice, but it was just really weird because they couldn't ever get on the same page until the very end. And you're just like, how did this all lead up to this? Like,
well, it would have been fine if it was just Venom.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Sandman and Hobgoblin basically, or Harry, because the whole thing with Venom was
shoved in there at the last minute, and it felt so bad. Like
that was Avi Arad.
Yeah,
that was
terrible
Avi Arad's fault.
And you picked the worst guy to play him too, man.
Yeah, you picked Eric Foreman to play Venom. That didn't work. Nobody was buying what you were selling, dude.
Nope.
Like
fangs, dude. I still have nightmares about those stupid fangs that he wore.
If they took away just
those Dollar General fangs that he was wearing.
If they took away the Sandman and just saved him for the fourth Spider-Man, because that was such a great casting choice for Flint Marko to be wasted on a movie like that.
Yeah.
And if they just kept
the Sandman parts of that movie are great.
Oh, they are.
Fucking great. Yeah, but it's
that's
like
one of the most redeeming qualities of that movie.
It's like if you just took the whole Venom arc out of the movie, it might have been decent. It might have done better. It kind of falls apart in the end, but it's because it's a last act that's burdened by too many different storylines going on at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, if they casted Eddie Brock better, that would have helped the movie. If they, instead of doing like the whole new tech, like new Goblin thing, and just straight up made him the Hobgoblin, and just kind of added things to the Green Goblin suit, that would have helped a lot. And made it like orange or whatever. But instead, they gave him like a surfboard and made him kind of float around and had a sword, and it's just weird. I mean, and they made like Venom very athletic and lean, which is not what Venom is.
No, Venom's fucking huge.
Yeah,
Venom's huge.
Yeah, and they made him like some fucking CrossFit athlete, and you're like, huh?
Yeah, like you're gonna have like in the Venom movie with Tom Hardy, like he was massive when he turned into Venom, and Riot was even bigger than him.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got Tobey Maguire, who's like basically the same size as fucking Spider-Man as Venom. Which didn't.
I think that's why they chose him. I think they were trying to go like a parallel Spider-Man, which is kind of it's like you got good Spider-Man, bad Spider-Man. So you had Tobey Maguire. Who do we got that's this most similar to Tobey Maguire? Okay, this guy. Honestly, I think that's how the producers thought of it. It's like so you can have that line. We're not so different, you and I. Yes, you are.
Yeah, Topher Grace, you are different from.
You're terrible. You're terrible.
Yeah. You're pretty much offensive to every sense there is.
Yeah.
How did you guys like
everything I've ever seen him in too? Is just like, God, dude, you're so bad. You're so terrible.
He wasn't even my favorite character in his own show.
He was in Predators.
Yep, I saw that movie.
I actually like that movie.
Adrian Brody was in that one.
He sucks in that movie too.
Yep, he does, because he was kind of like he was like a snarky little asshole in that, and it was like you can't play a villain, dude. You cannot play a villain.
Yeah,
you're like this little bitched face, like little boy. You can't play a villain.
The only thing that made that fun was like every time you hear the I'm like, yes, get him, get
Yep.
him, get
Yeah.
him.
I know. I was like, please just fucking kill him already. Please just kill him.
Well, speaking of Venom, Tom Hardy played the newest Venom, and a lot of people like that movie. But he also played Bane. How do you guys stack up? You know, comic book villains. How would you stack up? You know, Tom Hardy's Bane to most of them.
My problem with Tom Hardy's Bane is I think would have been better if, and this is going to sound really stupid, but I don't dislike the Dark Knight Returns, or is it Rises or Returns?
Rises.
Yeah.
I think it would have been benefited greatly if they would have dubbed his voice in over top instead of having him talk through that mask. I think that was very distracting and awkward, and he's been memed ever since. And it's a shame because he's a good actor, and he's restrained by that mask. So if they would have just let him talk, like if he'd have talked through that thing and then it would have broadcasted his voice a little bit, or maybe they even put like a little bit of processing on it so it would have sounded like a microphone, would have benefited greatly. But instead, you got this whole thing where he's talking like this. Sounds like he's talking into his hand. And, what a beautiful boy. Yeah.
You know what's funny is like when you hear that like voice, it always reminds me of General Grievous when Obi-Wan rips open his rib cage and then he goes.
Dude, you want to talk about a letdown right there, man. That was one of my biggest gripes about Revenge of the Sith. As much as I love it, all the voice is so bad. Like, okay, first of all, why do all the robots sound like a bunch of dorks? All right, and
they're dorks in the Clone Wars.
Then you got General Grievous, who looks so dope, and then as soon as he starts talking, it's like, oh, that's the voice you went with. Oh my god!
But I think
it sounds fine.
I think it sounds fine because I did like the cough they included, because that was going back to the 2003 Clone Wars show where Mace Windu crushed.
But see, I hadn't seen the cartoon, so
crushed just his fucking chest cavity.
It seems strange to me. So okay, it was a callback, but for people that didn't watch the cartoon, nobody knows what's going on.
And
I mean, it's not really that like dire to like know why he coughs. It's just like he's a fucking robot with biological organs in him. So
his backstory is actually really cool.
He's a cyborg.
Yep.
Yeah. So which is fine.
Star Wars cyborg. But he looks dope. He's like one of my favorite looking characters in all of the prequel trilogy. But it's like, as soon as he starts talking, I'm like, oh, that's the voice you went with. Wow.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, but
still better than Kylo Ren.
Oh well, it's fucking Kylo Ren's voice with the mask was fine, but I take Bane's voice over Kylo Ren's voice in the mask. But But no, there's nothing getting past his fucking ears. And his nose.
He looks like a potato.
Dumbo.
Dude, it's like, why would they ever think about taking the mask off? They didn't do that with Bane. They could have easily just been like, all right, Bane gets his mask sliced off by Batman with his little gauntlet things, but instead it just cut a little air tube in it. And, it's like I don't know. It's a different discussion, but anyways,
it's like this whole superhero thing. It's like sports. You know what I mean? I feel like we're talking about superheroes like we talk about sports.
It's very subjective,
isn't it though? Because it's just like, okay, what team is this guy going to play for? Okay, he's going to play this character. It's almost like saying, so and so should probably be a quarterback on the other team, and somebody has a contract extension, and somebody sat on the bench for half a season. You know what I mean? It's like that's what this stuff feels like when we talk about it.
It's similar, but
reminds me of sports because it's like that's all everything is superheroes, and it's like it's never going to slow down.
With me, it's a lot of sports. I would say it's like a little bit. It's not 50-50. It's probably like 60-40 for me. Sports versus like comic book stuff.
Like my parents grew up, everything was cowboy shows, like a lot of cowboy stuff. All right?
Yep.
And then eventually that burned itself out. And then when Pete and I grew up, it was cop shows, and it's pretty much fucking still cop shows. It hasn't really stopped. You know what I mean?
No, they're all procedural crime dramas now.
They're all procedural crime dramas, but they're still cop shows. So it's just like the newer version of Dragnet. You know what I mean? But
they just tried to reboot that.
And now it's if it's not cop shows, it's superheroes. You got superhero shows on TVs and superhero movies everywhere.
Did you guys see that movie Stuber with Dave Bautista?
I did not. That's got him and Kumail Nanjiani in it, though. I heard it wasn't that good. I kind of like Kumail Nanjiani's stand-up, but it didn't get like good audience reviews from just like comment threads I picked up. Did you see it?
I did not see it. I know that it made like this time of year I always go and look at all these websites and I look at their top 10 worst lists and I try to watch all of them just so I know what they're talking about, because sometimes these movies are so bad they're fun. You know what I mean? And that was on a couple lists, but I could not locate a copy to watch.
It looks good. I mean, it looks entertaining.
I thought it
at
looked
least
funny.
Yeah. I mean, Dave in a main role. It's pretty cool seeing
That's
that.
what I'm getting at. I'm hoping he'll get his breakout. And I can't remember the name of that trailer I watched, but it was like him and a little girl, and he's trying to teach a little girl some spy stuff, and then she's trying to teach him how to not be such a stiff. You know what I mean? So stuff like that can be really charming if it's done right.
I'm excited for it because I like I like movies like that. It's hopefully it's better than that.
Got like a little bit of a pacifier vibe.
I was going to say the pacifier.
Yeah.
So,
honestly, I think the pacifier is like one of those movies like that. I mean, no one's going to beat it when it comes to stuff like that.
Well, the pacifier is just an updated version of Mr. Nanny with Hulk Hogan. So
I've never seen that.
Well, that one came out well before the pacifier. It's basically the premise of the pacifier.
And I've loved him in the last two Guardians movies, and I heard somewhere that they went out of their way to give him extra lines in the second Guardians movie, and I think he handled them great.
He's funny. He can be funny.
That's a way about him. Yeah.
I was a fan of his big time when he was in the WWE. I mean, I dug him. I liked his style. I liked his attitude. When I found out he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, I was kind of stoked because at the time he was like one of my favorite wrestlers, you know. But no, and after the whole James Gunn thing happened, I thought he turned into kind of like a whiny little see you next Tuesday. But you know,
he really took it too far.
Oh God, it was to the point where it's like, dude, do you ever want to work again? Like, do you ever want to get another job again?
Yeah, all I had to do was like say, I'm sticking by his side. He's my buddy, so I'll support him. That's it. All I had to do was like leave it there. But he kind of just,
Well, these people forget that Twitter's not the real world.
Yeah.
They do.
The whole problem, man.
They get so gassed up on their own hype.
Once in a while, yeah.
Yep, they think that Twitter. I said that to some woman today who was complaining about Ryan Johnson because J.J. Abrams kind of took a shot at him, and all the actors in episode Plan 9 from Outer Space, Soy Wars, are taking shots at Ryan Johnson now. Daisy Ridley, Boyega, they're all taking shots at The Last Jedi, and this woman could not accept it. So I just went on there and kind of did a little, I was on my personal account, not the show account. So I had a few choice words, all above board, of course. But just the effect that, that's because Ryan Johnson, everything he does is a dumpster fire. So,
yeah, Ryan Johnson is just a fucking.
He ruined Christmas.
He's a booger.
He fucking ruined Christmas.
Yes, he did.
He's the Grinch that ruined Christmas. Damn it. And I had nightmares, man, for months. That annoying laugh of his. You know that like little giggly leprechaun laugh that he has. Oh God, dude, just. All I can do is just picture him running around, burning all my toys, and just ruining my life with that little giggle. And you chase him around, you can't catch him. It's like, Ryan Johnson.
Ryan Johnson can just go fuck off the hell. Like,
so we're talking about we're talking about Ryan Johnson and how much of an idiot he is. This is Jar Jar Abrams. J.J. Abrams knows what audiences think of him. I've never been great at endings, the filmmaker said just hours after delivering a finished version of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. With some hesitation, Abrams added, I don't actually think I'm good at anything, but I know how to begin a story. Ending a story is tough, though. And this is the asshat that's directing and directing the Rise of Skywalker.
Does this mean we're getting into the leaks now?
It's a good segue. Yeah, I think we've said everything there is to say about Bautista.
Yeah, just to sum it up, good job, Dave. Congrats on
hopefully it works out for you, and I'm not
Yeah.
opposed to the idea of you playing Bane in a
Yeah, I
Batman
mean,
movie.
I hope he
right?
does a good job, and I hope the movie just doesn't suck. Just
Yeah,
the
I think
blunt way
that's the
to
main
put it.
concern.
I
With
hope it doesn't
DC,
suck.
it's like a 50-50 chance of anything, right?
I want a new Batman movie that we can all really, really, really enjoy, and then we can all you can all like be excited and be like, "Hey, yo, did you go see the movie? Yo, the character was freaking sweet. I can't wait to get the action figure." Like,
I got
want
you,
that
Cody.
kind of
It's
excitement.
called
Yeah.
The Dark Knight. Yeah, just watch that.
yeah, I want more of that. But Star Wars, you mean Star Wars?
Oh, God, kill me.
All right. Well, let's
This is
see
gonna
here.
kill us.
You want to
I-
talk about the zeitgeist, man? Just weeks away. Weeks
This
away,
movie-
dude. It's like what, 1 week for you?
Next
yeah.
week.
Next
Yeah,
week.
you're going
Holy
next.
shit.
You're going Thursday. I'm going Friday, and I'm doing a
Yeah.
live stream Friday night.
Probably when I'm gone, when I'm out of town, this is like all I'm going to do is I'm going to be glued to my YouTube watching this.
Oh, it's good. There's going to be like, and it's going to suck too because
Yeah.
like the whole week after, the movie comes out, I'm going to be out of town, so I'm not going to be. Well, I'll sneak in a couple videos here and there, but all right. So this is the basic plot of episode 9, The Rise of Soy Walker.
Now, where was this leaked at?
This was on Reddit. This is Jedi Paxis, who, I mean, a lot of people are familiar with this name if you follow spoiler sites on YouTube or anything. Jedi Paxis is a very well-known Redditor when it comes to these spoilers, and he's been spot on. So, and a lot of this stuff lines up with the trailers.
Did he leak spoilers from the other movies? Because I know there was a couple people that they're known for getting the spoilers or the leaks correct for the past movies.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
Let me see here. I'm looking. I want to make sure I've got the right, because I'm looking at two separate Reddit threads here.
Did you get the Star Wars information from the future?
Dude, okay, so
Mike Zero.
okay, so we're gonna talk about Mike Zero here, and I'm not gonna bash Mike Zero. I'm not gonna bash Mike Zero here because I subscribe to Mike Zero. All right. I know
Mike Zero.
I know who and what he is, and sometimes I just take it with a grain of salt because he makes 19 videos a day. And kudos to him, dude.
I made 5 videos today, and I thought I didn't even know what country I was in anymore.
Yep,
I sometimes make 1 video a week, so
I used to do 3.
You're doing more than me, Mike Zero.
I used to do 3 videos a day. I know,
dude.
It's
doing
it's
5 in a day. I think is a new record for me, and I'm not saying it was a good time.
Right? No, it's especially with editing and shit like that.
Dude.
But if you look at the last like 6 or 7 Mike Zero videos, he is just lighting Star Wars up now, like just giving him shit now, like talking shit, and honestly, I love it. Like his tone changed like completely, just like running down Star Wars, not like bashing it just to bash it, but like bad things that he doesn't like or disagree with, and he articulates it well. So yeah. I will give kudos. I mean, not that a channel with 200,000 subs needs my fucking 125 sub ass to co-sign for him, but you know what I mean. I just know I really noticed a change in him, and actually another channel. It's a big channel, is Eckhart's Ladder, which I absolutely dig his Star Wars content because he's very non-biased. But recently it's the same. All these channels are even Star Wars Theory. What I never thought I would see is kind of like, which I'm happy for. Fuck it, dude. If they're gonna shit on the fans, then why should we, give them, the positive? No, you do something well, we congratulate you, like The Mandalorian. You do something stupid like episode 9 is gonna be, and boom, this is what we got. So here is okay, so let's see. Okay, let's see. As stated in a previous leak. Okay, so we're gonna be getting young Luke and Leia flashbacks to Revenge of the Sith.
Oh God.
One in particular appears to, now a lot of these some of these could have changed with the reshoots, but I know a lot of these are still going to be spot on because a lot of them line up with what we've seen in these trailers. And do you guys find it odd that they're dropping like all these weird little teaser trailers and 20-second, 30-second spots like right before the film starts. They're basically giving the whole movie away.
Well, what's crazy is I haven't seen shit on TV for this movie up until a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, I remember the past couple movies, it was like, oh my God, like get ready for this blockbuster of the year. And they're putting TV spots out in fucking August, September, months before it came out in December. And now they wait to the last second to start putting stuff out.
All right. So let's see. We begin the action by seeing one of, if not the final training lesson between Luke and Leia. Leia is giving up her Jedi training due to the fact that she's pregnant with a son. My source on this mentioned a fight, so I believe that we may be getting Leia and Luke in a lightsaber duel towards the beginning of the film. Picking up in the current point in the timeline, Leia appears to have taken up the mantle of Jedi mentor to Rey in the wake of Luke's passing. Note, this will likely coincide with the scene from D23 First Look, where Rey throws her lightsaber at a training remote and cuts down a tree. Early on in the film, we catch up with Kylo's story, where he is, quote, slaughtering people with the purpose of tracking down one of the film's MacGuffins, and that is the device known as the Wayfinder. I'm told that the clip of Kylo body slamming someone into the floor of a forest bathed in red light seen in the teaser, that is one of these villagers that lives on this planet is Exegol. Or wait, no. Okay, so this is a part that of the leaks that's changed. I don't believe they find the Wayfinder in Exegol, but Exegol is the planet they go to find Palpatine. That's where he's been hiding since Return of the Jedi.
So this random ass planet that was just
they go there
somewhat conveniently placed near the Death Star, or
no.
Endor, I guess
they go to fucking Endor. They go to Endor, and there you see Ewoks and because they find but we'll get to that.
I used to be so intrigued by the planets of the prequels. Remember, I used to get excited looking at especially when they showed Utapau for the first time.
Yeah,
Utapau was fascinating,
sweet,
man.
Dude.
Those planets were awesome.
My favorite is probably Kashyyyk.
Yeah. Geonosis is way up.
Geonosis too.
Mustafar.
Oh God, yeah, Mustafar. I love Naboo. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Naboo is sweet.
Naboo's my favorite.
I like the architecture of the buildings, man. As I said, George Lucas, the world building he did.
Yeah,
his team that he had. His team.
Yes.
But I used to be so excited. Like I would go and buy books that had just pictures and stuff. Like before the movies came out, I would just want to just drink it all in, And then now I'm just like, well, what stupid planet are we going on this time?
Okay,
so I'm going to that point now.
So this Wayfinder is protected by it's the denizens of this planet. They're like a village, and Kylo and the Knights of Ren just go down there and basically just slaughter them and take this Wayfinder he obtains from the Oracle and finds it to contain coordinates to a point in the unknown regions. The Wayfinder that Kylo is given once belonged to his grandfather, which is Darth Vader.
Of course.
Using the coordinates found within the Wayfinder device, Kylo arrives in the unknown regions. Here, Kylo encounters Emperor Palpatine. How Palpatine is still alive and how he ended up in the unknown regions is still a mystery to me that I hope to learn more about in the next few months. Okay, so these are, like I said, these are a little bit old, but there's some updates. It says, note, Daisy Ridley said in an interview that it's explained in the film, but my source in this tells me that this is indeed Palpatine in the flesh. Kylo and Palpatine's conversation apparently centers around ordering Kylo to find Rey and bring her to the Emperor with the goal of turning her to the dark side. And this is where it says, note, it's not lost on me that this part of the story feels very Return of the Jedi inspired, but we'll just crack on and see how this all pans out. Now, when Kylo first encounters Palpatine in the movie, now they have cut Palpatine's screen time down. This has been adjusted. He originally had a lot of screen time, but they cut his screen time down. They cut Lando's down to include Janna and Finn,
of course,
and Rey. Representation.
That's my next point. That's exactly why they did it. This was all Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy,
you don't say.
Yep, she was the one that was the seriously, she did. She said cut Palpatine out of the film because he was very prominent in the first and third act. Now they've cut him down to 12 minutes.
Oh fuck.
And it's basically said in the update of the leaks I heard this morning that he is it's just like an eye. He's attached to a life support chair, and when we see him at the beginning. Let's see.
Pull the plug.
My source specifically mentioned that Palpatine is very old and decrepit at this point, possibly on the verge of death. A bit of Googling reveals Palpatine is thought to have been born around 84 BBY, making him in the neighborhood of 113 years old by the time of the events of Rise of Skywalker. His goal in luring Kylo to him and converting Rey to darkness is more or less to have Rey and Kylo inherit his new empire for them to rule it together. Well, we know that's been changed because he kills Kylo in this, and basically he's got like vampire powers. He's like a succubus because he drains the life force out of Kylo or Rey first, and then Kylo has to kiss her and save her. But that's our Reylo moment later on.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, there's a Reylo moment.
What?
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We got space horses on a Star Destroyer and all kinds of dumb shit. Let's see.
You fuckers have to go see this. I don't. I'm happily sitting this one out, dude.
I'm going to be in the theater laughing the entire time at how stupid this shit is.
I'm getting my flask ready.
Oh, you know it, man.
Oh, Pete's gonna do a review, and I'm gonna upload to my channel because there's not any demand for me to go see Star Wars on my channel, but just for the case that somebody might want to watch it.
Yep.
He's gonna
I'm doing my review like on Friday night.
Right.
That's like after I see it.
I'm not going to cover it on my main show because just there's no interest for it.
I'm just going to listen to World Class Bullshitters talk about it, and then
absolutely,
Friday
I can't wait to hear that show. That one I'm excited about.
That's going to be the show of the year.
That's going to be like there'll be like fucking 5 billion subscribers like listening to that.
Yeah, I'll be.
Live.
What night are they doing that? Are doing that?
Only
Saturday?
thing is, though, is like everybody else, every other YouTuber in the world is going to be fucking live streaming that shit.
Yeah, they're doing that Thursday night.
Are they doing? Okay, good. I'm doing my
opening night. Yeah, because
it's going to be real, dude.
Apparently, they got really early tickets, so
Yeah.
they're going to be one of the first people talking about it that have actually seen it without going to special press reviews and chilling out. So,
all right, let's see here. In order to facilitate bringing about his new empire, Palpatine has spent 30 years of PTO creating a fleet of Death Star destroyers.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yep. Each Star Destroyer is armed with Death Star tech mounted to them, giving them the capability to destroy a planet.
God damn it.
Note, apparently once this particular technology was unleashed 30-some-odd years ago, that Pandora's box can't be shut again. According to my source, these Star Destroyers make up the new Sith fleet that housed the new Sith Red Troopers that were showcased at SDCC in July. And let's see here. It says, I wrote this prior to the first look being shown, and the fleet has since been confirmed. It's comprised of Imperial Star Destroyers hiding in the unknown regions, and we see what appears to be their planet-destroying capabilities during the reveal. Enough about Rey and Kylo. Let's get back to the rest of the Resistance. Apparently, we catch up with Finn and Poe, returning to the jungle planet depicted in some of the behind-the-scenes images shown at Celebration. The duo has been in contact with an informant within the First Order. The mole has told Finn and Poe about Kylo coming to possession of the Wayfinder. Okay, so the mole is General Hux at this point. That's been confirmed. It is General Hux.
What if it was Rose?
Rose, actually, her character has been relegated to a background cheerleader in this movie. Like, she basically has nothing but like, all right, yeah, let's do that, kind of like bullshit lines.
She's just the hype man.
Yep. She's basically the Flavor Flav. So
that's all she ever was. Was a Flavor Flav.
She's a fucking whore. And this is nothing against Kelly Marie Tran because she seems like a great person, but the character's garbage. So
the character is Ryan Johnson writing 101.
She's a fucking checkbox character.
I understand.
That's all she was.
I understand her saying yes to this movie because of the paycheck, but other than that, she should have just said nope. See ya.
Yeah. Let's see. Poe and Finn tell Leia about Kylo getting the Wayfinder. She sends Rey, Chewbacca, and C-3PO and other droids to accompany them on a mission. In order to get them going on their quest, Leia puts them in contact with someone on Pisana, the desert planet, and this was filmed in Jordan. This is where we see the they can fly now.
Oh. Oh,
That's on
God.
Pisana. So it's at this point in the story where the Resistance team makes their way to the desert planet, seen in the teaser and behind the scenes footage. It's revealed that Leia's contact is Lando Calrissian. Lando points them towards one of our MacGuffins, a Sith artifact. This is a Sith dagger that's been confirmed. It's been shown in the trailer that Rey's looking out at, and it is just reminiscent of that scene from the fucking Goonies. Like, Jar Jar Abrams went back to 1985 and stole a scene from the Goonies. I mean, this is real life here.
It looks like something. It looks like a little dagger that was from like a Power Rangers like show.
It really does, doesn't it?
Like
He
one
stole
of the
from the-
villains with the really like corny like
Yep.
foam looking suits
Yes.
had a little foam dagger.
He stole from the Goonies when he made Super 8.
Oh,
Yeah, the
Remember that
Goonies
pile of
and
shit? Yeah.
the Goonies and It and E.T.
I was so
all
bored
combined.
watching Super 8, dude. Oh,
I've never seen that, I don't think.
It's just boring as fuck.
I always
It's-
mix that up with 8mm.
It's kind of like It and
Yeah, it's like Dollar
Kids
General version of
and E.T.
Really?
Yeah,
It's just amalgamation of
So it's not worth a watch.
stuff
then.
that was borrowed from better.
you
movies.
can watch it. I
Right.
mean, I would watch it if I were you.
It's
Just
not like
to
offensively bad, but it's
Okay.
boring.
it's
Alright.
good to just see like what he steals and like takes from other movies.
Okay.
Just to
I'll
kind
check
of
it
get
out.
kind of get an idea of like his work.
I
It
did watch
won't
it.
make you angry because it's not.
Okay.
It doesn't go into. That was before he started going into other people's universes, and
The kids are cool in the movie.
I did watch a good movie. Yes, I watched Edge of Tomorrow, which is really good.
Oh, buddy, yeah, that's a great movie.
All right, but before I start talking about how good Emily Blunt looked in that movie, let's move on.
That and also might be good to know that they're working on a sequel for that, Pete.
Oh, nice, because I really
The sequel
enjoyed
is
that.
happening. Yeah,
I really enjoyed it.
It was really good and did not get enough marketing and got like a cult following in just by word of mouth.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, man, I really liked it. I hadn't seen it. Like, it's been out for 5 years. I hadn't seen it, and I watched. I'm like, oh, I like this. So, no,
R.I.P. Bill Paxton.
Yep. Oh man. All right, so the dagger. This dagger has some sort of writing that C-3PO can't decipher. It's a Sith language. The description is pretty vague, but the key point is sound. So 3PO can't read this Sith language.
Of course, he can only read millions of languages, but whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The one you can't read. All right.
That's when. That's when
Because movie.
you get that scene with him with the red eyes, and that's him translating the Sith dagger. Let's see. It's during our hero's time
Wait,
on.
did you just say what I think you said?
What?
He gets red eyes when he's translating the Sith language.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
it is
see.
stupid. It
It's
is
not-
stupid.
What are they like?
Shit, I've heard.
Then if
Oh
his
my God.
if his eyes glow red because he's reading a certain language, wouldn't that mean it's a programmed like thing in his system?
Yeah, one would think.
So their language alone changes the color of your eyes. That is
If
stupid
that-
Just like
shit
just
ever,
like your
dude.
mood changes the fucking lightsaber
Yeah, he's
crystal
got
now.
mood
Yeah.
eyes, dude. He's totally got mood eyes.
So wait, it's supposed to change the light. Oh yeah, well no. You know how we've only had one yellow lightsaber in all of Star Wars mythos, right?
Yeah.
No,
We'll
not
get-
all of them.
Well, isn't it just Ahsoka that's had a yellow blade?
Are we talking Disney canon or actual canon?
Actual canon.
There has been Ahsoka. There's Plo Koon had one before he got his blue one,
I was gonna say I always knew
And
Plo
then-
Koon with a blue one.
and then the guy, what's his name?
Kyle Katarn, Cataran.
No, he had green and then blue. And then what's his face? The guy from the Knights of the Old Republic video game, one of the twins,
Oh,
Arcan.
okay. Because Ray gets Ray's blade is yellow at one point.
Oh god damn it! Wait,
Yep.
what?
Yep. Oh, we'll see. If
At one
that's-
point,
We'll see if that's in here. Yeah. At one point, she ignites her blade and it's yellow or some shit. I don't.
so it doesn't.
There's been so much
say-
trash.
What the hell?
So much trash. Okay. So it's
Oh my
during
God.
our hero's time on Pisana that Kylo initiates a force mind link between himself and Rey. Through their connection, Kylo discovers where Rey and the Resistance crew are and leaves to pursue them. Eventually, Kylo and the Knights of Ren arrive and begin to attack our heroes. Hang on one second. All right, sorry. So they attack. One thing leads to another. Resistance crew gets outnumbered, and they are forced to make their escape on an old ship, leaving the Millennium Falcon behind. Kylo recovers the Falcon and takes it back to his Star Destroyer. As previously mentioned, 3PO is confronted with a challenge he is not equipped to handle. The artifact found in Pisana contains a language that 3PO can't translate without modifications. In order to modify 3PO's wintry planet, his programming, Poe brings the team to a wintry planet seen in the teaser. That ice block that's supposed to be like dollar store Bespin.
Yeah.
Their 3PO
Planet Crack. Let's just call it Planet Crack.
Yep. It looks like a big crack rock.
It
Their
does.
3PO is modified to allow translation of the artifact. I'm told the modification is done by a small alien, and that's the little one we saw in the teaser trailer.
Oh, the one that's on. Is it on Chewie's?
Yeah.
Is it with Chewie or who's that? I know who you're talking about.
It's just a little fucking ugly alien.
It's a little booger. Yeah.
Yep. Once translatable, the dagger supposedly reveals information regarding to a second Wayfinder, this one having belonged to Emperor Palpatine himself, leading the team to journey to the forest moon of Endor.
Oh my god.
And here it is right here.
Boo.
It says, note, my sources tell me that the scene from the first look showing 3PO with the red eyes connects to this event. The red eyes are a part of the quote hack that allows him to translate the Sith language.
Dude, this movie already sounds worse than Rian Johnson's travesty.
Oh, we're not even fucking close to being done yet.
I just want to see the Ewoks' eyes glow red and then murder everybody, and then the movie ends.
That would be fucking sweet. During the events leading to the modification of 3PO on the wintry planet, Kylo initiates another force connection between he and Rey. Kylo supposedly uses this as an opportunity to begin forcing Rey down the path of darkness. I thought he was going to say forcing her to do something else.
Ew.
He does this by antagonizing Rey. Kylo tells her that he knows about the dagger and what it was once used for. Kylo apparently tells her this dagger was used to murder Rey's parents. Kylo maintains that her parents are nobodies in the grand story. This angers Rey, and she lashes out at Kylo, and a lightsaber duel ensues.
Oh my god.
Why do they even battle? Because like Kylo's a bitch, and she's just gonna cuck him out and beat the fuck out of him again. Like he's such a bitch. Like I don't even understand this at this point. Let's see. Rey is on Kijimi. We'll just call it Kafka. She's on Kafka, and Kylo's on a Star Destroyer. She's on Rey is on an author, Franz Kafka. According to my source, no flashes of any additional locations are seen during this fight, possibly in the film and all, but we'll see. Ren keeps the link alive long enough to learn Rey's location and eventually pursues her in his Star Destroyer like before. Zori Bliss is introduced sometime during their time on Kimji, Kafka. Note, my sources told me that she has history with Poe prior to Kerry Russell saying the same thing in an interview days ago. With that history, okay, so Zori Bliss has fucking history with Poe, which means she probably beat the shit out of him.
Oh, don't you love that when they do that? Like, yeah, remember us from years ago, and they just bring some fucking character. That's fucking lazy writing 101.
Hey, here's a spinoff. It's going to be Poe Dameron and Zori Bliss.
Is that happening? No.
No,
Oh,
God,
okay.
no.
Don't give them ideas. They're fucking listening, man.
Poe Dameron, a Star Wars story.
You said Zori Bliss is the Afro chick?
No, that's Jaina. Zori Bliss is Kerry Russell. She's like the bounty hunter. It kind of looks like Zam Wessel.
Oh, fucking Goldfinger?
Yep.
Okay.
So let's see.
Goldmember, I mean?
Yeah.
Part of me wants to sit in the back of a theater and just laugh out loud and see how long it takes to get kicked out.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm going to be laughing, crying because of how like painful it is, and I don't know. I just hope I don't get thrown out of the theater.
I'm going to feel really bad if I get kicked out at 39 years old sitting there with my mom.
It's just, god damn it, dude. Holy fuck. I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you.
So once Kylo arrives, our gang of heroes decide to sneak aboard and attempt to recover the Falcon prior to leaving. The rescue plan goes awry, and the whole group gets captured by the First Order. It's at this point that two major things happen. Number one, it's revealed that General Cux is the First Order mole that has been feeding the Resistance information.
Oh my gosh, shocker.
And he allows our heroes to escape while Kylo is distracted by dueling with Rey in person, probably getting his ass handed to him again because he's
Dueling in person? How
Yep.
else would they fucking duel?
They were lightsaber dueling through their Force link.
This is gay.
It's fucking stupid. During this duel, Kylo adds another wrinkle to Rey's backstory. Oh God, just stop. He maintains that
Wrinkle.
while her parents are nobodies, her grandparents, more specifically her grandfather, wasn't. Kylo tells Rey that she is the granddaughter of Palpatine. This explains his interest in bringing the random nobody from Jakku into the fold. The crew recovers the Falcon, Rey reconnects with them, and they all flee. Probably because she beat the shit out of Kylo because he's a cuck. Following her battle aboard the Star Destroyer and escape on the Falcon, Rey uses the newly gleaned information resulting from 3PO's modifications and translation of the dagger to travel to Endor. And at this time, it's a little unclear to me how Kylo gets from point A to point B, but supposedly he is waiting for Rey in Palpatine's throne room aboard the wreckage of the second Death Star. Note, I assume he knows the location of the second Wayfinder due to his newfound connection with Palpatine, but I think that's just speculation on my part. I think it's important to note that Kylo may have been there before, considering that he had the charred helmet of Vader in The Force Awakens.
Dude, this is why I can't see this movie, because I'll be screaming. I'll be fucking screaming.
Yep.
The Death Star was fucking obliterated.
Yep.
It was obliterated. It was fucking nuked.
And we've seen the size of the piece of the Death Star. Like, they're saying the throne room is intact. There's nothing left.
No fucking way. That thing should be fucking gravel by the time it even gets through the atmosphere and fucking lands to the moon of Endor, if it even goes that far.
Okay,
it was
so
nuked, and then it went through the atmosphere. Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't wait for the Mahler video on this.
Oh God, Mahler's gonna destroy.
Mahler is gonna go. It's gonna take a whole week to get through it.
Yep.
It's gonna take
I can't wait to hear a Dion rant.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Okay, so it says naturally they fight. The specifics of this duel are unknown to me, but what I've been told about this is this point when Rey begins to tap into some hatred to gain the upper hand and eventually defeats Kylo, possibly destroying his lightsaber in the process, but that's more rumor than leak at this moment, leaving him for dead on the wreckage of the Death Star. Well, we know this one has been changed. Rey takes possession of Palpatine's Wayfinder and leaves. So Palpatine basically he takes out Rey and Kylo later on, but Kylo seriously gives Rey his life force, because then Palpatine drains Kylo's life force or some shit. He's basically a vampire now. But let's see.
Like, draining life force isn't new in Star Wars, like
No.
the universe itself, but it's like they're trying to build this nonsense up, and it doesn't even matter, because it's just everybody's just either checked out of the whole sequel trilogy thing, or it's all forced. No pun intended.
There's nothing left to excite anybody.
It
sounds like they're literally trying to fashion something to give somebody something to care about.
You're going to use a really cool force power at the end of a really shitty movie, and I can say it's already shitty. I don't have to see it to know it's already a shitty movie. It's going to be a shitty movie. The past two were shit. Solo was shit. Fucking like here's the thing. Star Wars is dead.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh, the Mandalorian can salvage Star Wars. It's like, it's not salvaging Star Wars. It's not saving Star Wars. It's the last little nugget of Star Warsiness that we got left. That probably ever will be, because here's the thing. If Kathleen Kennedy gets her contract extension again for the fucking CEO of this awesome franchise, it's dead. And I mean, if you ask me, all of these movies have ended this fucking franchise. It hasn't made it any better. It's only gotten worse. Rogue One, I mean, as good of a movie as it is, it's not helping anything. Neither is The Mandalorian.
That's a fair assessment too, because as much as like Rogue One, it didn't do anything to accelerate the franchise.
No.
And as much as I want to like,
it was almost like a movie. Like, hey, remember things that you like. Member Berries, the movie. I mean,
it was basically just honey dicking us.
Yeah. It was a honey dick. Yeah, absolutely. It didn't do anything to propel the story. It's just this little isolated incident that happens within. But then that's like I keep saying, instead of making these shitty fucking sequel trilogy movies, just make more stuff like that.
Yep.
Make more stuff that falls in between, but doesn't necessarily change the canon of the movies.
Exactly.
We already like.
Exactly.
You know, because I know people that are in our circle. They're like, man, I can't even watch old Star Wars anymore because I know how it just ends up this shitty outcome. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Nah,
Don't do
I
that.
mean,
You
you still
think I
watch the old ones,
Yep.
but it's
You
like
think
if
I let
you're
Terminator 2 ruin Terminator 1 and 2 for me? Absolutely fucking not. Because
No.
Terminator 3 was made just to make money, obviously, which most movies do because Hollywood is a business after all. But it's clearly that when you ended the second movie, there was not a third movie in mind. You just made it to get people to go see it again. So this whole fucking franchise, when they bought it, they had absolutely no fucking idea what to do with it. It just started making shit up, thinking it doesn't matter what we make. The other movies were shit anyway. We'll just keep making shit movies and print money.
no, I mean,
Little did they know.
Shocked. Yeah, lo and behold, as much as people bitched about the prequels, everybody fucking went to go see them.
Yep.
They saw all three of them. Everybody.
yeah.
Yes, I did.
Everybody.
No, but the thing is
Those
with
movies are all profitable.
yeah, but the thing is with these, it's let's put out these 3 movies with just first draft ideas or first draft material ish ideas, and let's just throw in original characters kind of, but let's not give them too much spotlight, limelight, and let's just force and push all of our newly made terrible characters that they just found underneath the couch cushion,
And that's
and let's
stupid
just put
because-
those on screen.
Well, let's
And-
face it. Everybody that went to go see The Force Awakens, you know why butts were in seats? Fucking Chewie and Han Solo at the end of the fucking trailer.
Yep. That's
what
why.
got people in theater. And then after that, they left on a proper cliffhanger. Okay, despite how you might feel about the movies, we want to see Luke in the next movie because we didn't get to see him in the first movie.
Yeah, and it was 10 years since we last saw
Yeah.
an official Star Wars live action movie.
Well, now
And
you killed that.
10
character
years,
off.
that's half of Palpatine's
You
reign.
killed that character off. You're gonna have Carrie Fisher in the next one. That's gonna be like a fucking Frankenstein's concoction of fucking unused footage and whatever other shit they found under the sofa that week. Okay,
Yep.
It's not the same. And I'm sorry, but Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams doesn't have as much appeal as somebody like Harrison Ford or fucking Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher. I'm sorry, they
No,
don't.
you don't have to apologize. He doesn't. Like, Lando's a cool character, but he's like a B or C character.
Exactly. He showed up in the second movie, and he was in a little bit in the third movie. I mean, he had a pretty substantial role in Return of the Jedi, but
Yep.
he's still not the core characters. You fucking killed all those people off.
Yeah.
There's nothing left to care about anymore. You think they're
That's
going
right.
to come back to see Ian McDermott if he's only in the movie for 12 minutes? Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy.
Initially, he was in the movie a lot more, but like I said, they had to include Jaina and Finn in them. So we need the box check characters. We don't need the pale male stale characters in there that actually sell merchandise. So
I mean, the damage has been done.
mhm.
Right now, it's not even really beating a dead horse. It's just trying to break open the casket.
It's like I want to see like how bad it's going to be, but at the same time, I don't want to sit in a theater a couple days before Christmas and have my Christmas ruined yet again by these fucking assholes.
I mean, my Christmas won't be ruined, but I can guarantee you I'm going to have a nasty hangover after seeing this movie.
I was going to say,
That's
man,
probably the extent of
when I left Last Jedi, I had the biggest fucking headache ever, and I don't get migraines, dude. I had a stress headache, is what it was. I was stressed out in that movie because it just it frustrated me, and I'm like, I hear the music, I see things blowing up on the screen, but something is wrong here. It's not connected. It doesn't have any heart to it.
I think one of the things that
it's a
really
series of fucking scenes.
Well, I think one of the things that really, really bothers me is we as us three and everyone else, obviously in our community that understands what the actual Star Wars is, and they don't buy the Disney canon as actual canon. Well, you see all these, the normies out there. You want them to like Star Wars, but in their minds, these new movies, that's Star Wars.
Yep.
And it's not. And you want them so bad to like realize that, hey, the first 6, that's Star Wars. The TV shows like the Clone Wars and like the 2 Clone Wars shows, that's Star Wars. The comics, the series, the comics, novels, and all of that crap, video games, that's all Star Wars. But because it's now and today, all this stuff coming out now, people are like, yeah, that's Star Wars. Yeah, that's actual Star Wars. Yeah. Have you seen the new Star Wars movie? Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. It's like, no, you guys don't understand. It's not Star Wars anymore. It's a whole different breed of whatever the fuck it is. And you want people to realize what actual, what the good stuff is, but in their minds, it's like, yeah, it's still Star Wars. Like,
it's not even it's fucking actors cosplaying as Star Wars with this really fucking shitty script that has no story to tell.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Movies have no story to tell. There's no heart to it.
It's like I'm not buying it as actual Star Wars. If you watch the other movies and then you watch,
we understood the prequels as being like the fall of a hero, okay,
yeah.
and then the 4, 5, and 6 to be the redemption of the hero. The rise of the sun and the redemption of the hero. We understand those motives. What do these new movies do? What at the heart? What is the story? I challenge either one of you guys to fucking tell me what the story is.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even. It's like what? Where is this going? What are you trying to tell me? You don't have a story. You're just. It's like when you're role playing, like when you guys role play and you just like kind of make shit up as you go. You know what I mean? It's like okay, and you roll the fucking dice. That's all this is. It's rolling the dice and making shit up as we go. There's no core story to any of this.
Well, when you think of it, all of this could have been very, very like avoided. Like if you really think about the past 2 movies we've seen with, the in quotes Skywalker like trilogy, think about it. Rey's on a desert planet. She's probably gonna fucking die there. Finn gets there.
Any luck?
Yeah, like
if it's even called Rise of Skywalker because it's like you're gonna, if you haven't disrespected that character enough already.
Yeah, it's like
take his fucking name too.
Well, Kathleen already said that the name of the movie doesn't mean anything.
Oh, yeah, that's the way you look.
That's what Coffee Fetching Kathy said.
That was the whole point. The whole point of the last movie was to demasculate the myth.
Oh, they did a good job of that.
To destroy that hero. You destroyed the hero. It's not bad enough that you killed off the character in the movie. You destroyed what the hero stood for too.
Oh, they neutered him.
You did that shit on purpose. Is that the focus of these movies? Because I challenge anybody that's watching this stream right now in the Fandom Menace, tell me, or even if you're not part of the Fandom Menace, if you're a fucking normie, if you like these movies, I challenge you to tell me what is the story of these movies.
There is none. Nobody's going to be able to tell you that.
Here's the thing: if you didn't,
there's no core to it.
No, it's hollow.
If you didn't like ruin and just fucking mess up the story and the characters from the OT and make Luke a moron. Like, I get it. Everybody has their flaws and they slip sometimes, but it's, first of all, this is make believe. So, I mean, keep the character, keep the character pretty consistent.
It's make believe, Cody, but that's what movies is though. That's my gripe. Most of the movies that we complain about, it's because they make a movie that doesn't have any heart. They just want to make said movie because these producers treat these things, these franchises, they treat them like business logos. It's like I bought Star Wars, the same as if I bought McDonald's or I bought Burger King. Okay, I have to make stuff for people that like McDonald's. Well, it's like you bought the McDonald's, but you don't want to sell the hamburgers anymore. The formula that's there that works. No, you don't want to sell that. You want to sell spinach and kale fucking burgers. All right. Nobody shows up to buy the burgers. What do? Blame the customers because they like hamburgers?
Of course, because they're all,
call the customers toxic and man babies and call them names.
This it's not just Star Wars either. They do this over and over and over again. They want to make more movies out of these existing brands because if they don't make the movies, they lose the franchise rights. They go to somebody else, and then somebody else makes a movie. So what you have is this endless sea of prequels and sequels to shit that written by people that don't understand how the fuck it works.
No, because these people are nothing but a bunch of idiots, and they're more concerned with getting their identity politics, and like Kathleen Kennedy, for example. And I don't want to beat a dead horse. I'll leave Sarah Jessica Parker alone. But I mean, you you want to, like somebody posted this thing today on an IGN thread, and the first comment was a picture of Kathleen Kennedy and all those women with the Forces Female t-shirts, and it was a guy that posted that. And then I went to his page and I kind of looked through his Facebook page, and I'm like, well, this makes a lot of sense. You probably buy your wife's boyfriend Nikes, so of course you're a male feminist. I'm sorry, dude, if you're a man and you can respect women and treat women like equals and not be a male feminist. And I'm going to get off my soapbox after this. But if you identify yourself as a male feminist, you've automatically lost my respect. You automatically have lost my respect. I'm a man's man, and I still treat women like you're supposed to, like a gentleman. You know what I mean? Until one of them, gives me a reason not to. So this whole notion of being a male feminist is like enlightening shit. No, dude, this is idiots virtue signaling, trying to get laid, and it never works because feminists don't want male feminists. They want real men, and they hide behind this guise of we hate men.
And that's what it comes back to, and
that's Kathleen Kennedy. This
mystery audience that people keep trying to make doesn't really exist.
Nope.
It's a phantom audience because, like you said, it's people on Twitter trying to get laid, trying to show off, trying to look impressive in front of their friends. Like I'm politically charged, and I represent this and this. At the end of the day, they don't want to watch this shit.
No, they don't care.
Go back and watch the old shit.
Yep. Yeah, these people don't care about this franchise at all.
If it really existed, then Charlie's Angels should have made millions of dollars, and it didn't make any money at all. So that's proof that there's no audience there. It's not they're not there. But
I think
God damn it.
I think Last Christmas made more money than Charlie's Angels. But all right, so you remember the scene with Dark Ray in the trailer?
How can we forget
where we saw Ray Mall?
They already made a fucking pop figure of it.
Okay, so this is in fact a vision described to me thematically similar to Luke seeing himself as Vader in the cave on Dagobah.
I fucking called that shit a long time ago.
And apparently she has like a small this happens after she picks up Vader's Wayfinder, or Palpatine's Wayfinder, I'm sorry. And she excuse me. And she's
the best at everything.
What's that?
She's the best at everything. She honestly, she could do amazing. She could do this whole movie could just be solved by her alone. She don't need anyone.
The Amazing Wonder Ray.
Yeah,
seriously.
If you need a gauntlet, she could just snap it correct. Just
she did in the one movie. She sat there and snapped her fingers. I was like, oh shit, she's killed Thanos. I think it was Force Awakens, wasn't it? Or was that Last Dumpster Fire? I can't remember. Those two shitholes kind of run together. But no, she kind of has like a short. I think she is like there's a sequence where you see him like kind of like have a little lightsaber duel, and Ray Mall takes and folds her lightsaber in half and like traps regular Ray's blade for a second or some shit like that. So let's see. Oh, here. While lying in the wreckage of the Death Star in a weakened state, Kylo Ren reportedly sees a vision of his father, and apparently this is just Han coming back, which I don't know if it's described as a Force ghost or what, but we don't know if this is like hallucinations, but this is like Kylo's coming to Jesus moment. Han tells Kylo it's never too late to change, and when he leaves Endor, he leaves not as Kylo Ren, but as Ben Solo. So yeah, they're gonna do like a Force ghost of Harrison Ford, but it's not a Force ghost.
Have you noticed that Darth Ray's lightsaber in the flashback, like we didn't fucking see that coming? You notice it looks like a nutcracker?
Yes.
He's gonna crack some nuts.
Of course she is.
Then they're gonna sell Darth Ray nutcrackers.
She's smashing the patriarchy.
They're gonna sell them, dude. They're gonna sell nutcrackers. Star Wars brand nutcrackers look like a little fucking lightsaber.
You too can smash the patriarchy at home with your own Ray Mall nutcracker.
So here, let's just real quick do a layout of Rey's achievements.
Yeah.
So besides her getting stuck on a desert planet unwillingly when she was a kid, she grew up. She looks phenomenal. There's no scratches, injuries. Mm-hmm. Deformities. There's no. She's completely mentally healthy, and she's athletic. She can take care of herself. She fights and do whatever. First of all, she didn't even need Finn to like even help
No.
her. So she could have gotten on a ship, flew it on her own, didn't even need his help. She could have gone.
She don't need no man.
Fought Kylo Ren, just bumped into the Resistance or Rebellion or whatever they don't even know what they're
The
called.
Dollar Store Rebellion.
They don't even know what to call themselves. So they have an identity crisis on their hands. So should have gone to them. Like, oh, hi, I'm fucking Ray. And
I'm
they're
Ray
just
Maul.
like, oh, wow. Okay, cool. Welcome to the Resistance Rebellion. All right. So is it time for me to fight Kylo Ren now? Yeah. We're gonna go invade the planet space station thing. Oh, okay. I'll just take that lightsaber now and let's go. Yeah. So she fights Kylo Ren. Blah blah blah. Next movie, she's just like, fucking. All right, Luke. I'm gonna train you now.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And then she goes fights Kylo Ren again. I'm gonna win again. All right, Ray. Let's go back to the salt planet. Triple kill, one shot.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. Lift up rocks. There you go. That's it. That is all she's done.
That was
Like-
something I used to argue with about people. Is like that was one of the major plot holes that fucking drove me crazy. It's like, okay, how did she? Okay, she got off Snoke's ship before it, got shot in half with Admiral Gender Studies. Okay.
Yeah, Vice Admiral Gender Studies.
So she gets off the ship. She stole Snoke's command ship, so she somehow knows where the fuck that thing is. All right. Manages to find that. We never see it on screen. He just says it. Okay. But then the next scene that we see her, she's already in the fucking Falcon in the gunner's seat.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
she left the ship and went directly to the Millennium Falcon, or did they like meet up somewhere and then do a Chinese fire drill?
You know what's kind of funny
little
is
things like that irritate me. If you think about that, it's fucking bonkers, batshit stupid.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They don't care, dude. This is
It's
the
like
thing.
it's,
It's just like
it's not like we're a bunch of I know people look at us like we're a bunch of nitpickers. No, it's not like that. It's just that when these movies were made, you understood what was going on.
Yep.
It didn't have to be over explained. But now it's like you're trying to talk down to your audience like they're fucking retarded.
yeah.
It's like, how did somebody just get from the fucking ship to another ship, instantly be in the fucking atmosphere?
It doesn't
without
make
being
sense.
up somewhere. It doesn't make a lick of fucking sense.
No.
In fact, Lucas used to think about shit like that. The reason that Darth Vader even has a mask to begin with, I mean, the backstory got filled in later, but the reason the stormtroopers wore the mask they did and Darth Vader had the mask because they walked from one ship into another ship and they would have had to walk through space. So Lucas gave them that aperture, and mask and everything to explain that. It's called visual descriptions, not like some guy saying she took Snoke's ship and left, and then all of a sudden she's in the fucking Falcon. So either a scene got cut, or they just assumed that their audience were stupid and it wasn't important at this point.
I think the funniest thing of that whole thing was like she goes in that little escape pod for the Falcon. First of all, I didn't know they had escape pods in the Falcon. Second of all, it's like, all right, well, I guess it doesn't have an escape pod anymore. Oh, well. And then they let the escape pod kind of go and float down to the big giant Imperial ship. But it's like, first of all, the OT, the actual Empire, if they saw that, they would have, one, either shot the whole Falcon.
Yep.
Two, just shot the little escape pod thing. Or they would have sent a fighter out to just take care of him. Like, and why would you fly down in an escape pod to a giant Star Destroyer and just expect to be let in?
But then you escape in the big boss's shuttle. So you imagine that thing was probably kind of pimped out, like it was a fucking yacht. Okay,
They probably would have blew it up if they saw it.
Dock with the fucking Millennium Falcon because they're in space, and the next thing you know, they're on that fucking salt planet. The point I'm getting at. It's not. This is not why we hate. It kind of is, but it isn't.
Because it doesn't make sense. There's no
Logic.
continuity.
It's because the writing is bad. It's bad writing. Bad, like just dumb. Like
it makes sense for
it
makes sense for Luke to like surrender himself. Like all he had to do is literally just like walk up and be like, "All right, here's my lightsaber." And they would have been like, "All right, handcuff him." That's it. It's
Okay.
not like
You know, if this is a fantasy for kids about space wizards, then at least make it make sense.
Yep.
Like common fucking sense. I had more common sense at 5 years old that I would have asked the same question. I'd have been like, how did she get from here to there?
And kids aren't stupid. These
No,
kids,
they're
kids
not.
aren't stupid.
That's why, and I talk about that in my reviews. That's why Playmobil is a pile of shit, because it's like kids are not that dumb. If you talk to kids like they're stupid, fuck you, movie. Seriously, that's like so if you talk to them smarter, kids will understand. They'll pick up on it. All right. I'm not saying you have to explain the law of relativity to kids, okay? But you can at least make it to where you're not talking down to them, you're talking at them.
They understand cause and effect if you demonstrate it properly, if you explain it right to them, things like that. So they pick up on all that, man.
Well, Star Wars talks down to its audience like they're fucking morons, and they want to know why we complain about it.
Speaking of shitty Star Wars, so I tried to let my kid watch Star Wars Resistance today because Trey's never seen it, and God. I know that show's dog shit. So I put it on. He literally lasted like 5 or 6 minutes. He's like, I don't want to watch this, Daddy. Put Bluey on. Put Bluey on, Daddy. I'm like, all right.
What's Bluey?
Bluey or Tots. Bluey's a little cartoon. It's from Australia. It's about a family of little Australian sheepdogs or shepherds, and there's a mom.
Part of a cartoon, a Bluey cartoon.
Yeah, it's funny, man. My son loves it.
So your son rather watch a movie about sheepdogs over Star Wars.
Yep, because he did not. He watched Star Wars Resistance for a couple minutes, and he was like,
know what they like, and they latch on to things that don't talk down to them. At no point did I ever feel in the millions of times that I watched Star Wars that it was ever talking down.
No, I never thought I was condescended towards or anything.
And we know that they're fairy tales. We get that, but they're not. They're still not condescendingly bad.
No.
You could still tell a story that was easy to understand, and all of those movies, all fucking 6 of them, had a focal story going on. There was little side plots going on, but they always told the main story, and you always knew where it was going to go. These new movies don't even have a story at its core.
No,
it just
there's nothing.
Movie, stuff happens, and then they do more stuff, and then the movie ends. That's all it is. And if any of these leaks are true, then it's going to be even worse than the last outing. And it's going to give me a big fucking headache. So I'm going to have to sit it out just for my own mental health. My mental and physical health tells me I can't see this movie.
So you want a headache? Okay, well, let's see.
God.
We've got Kylo leaving as Ben Solo.
We're bros.
Let's see. This duel is a critical tipping point for Rey as well. I'm told that in the wake of her confrontation with Kylo, she takes the Wayfinder and flees to Ahch-To to collect her thoughts. Which is Ahch-To is the planet from the last dumpster fire where where Jake Soywalker was hiding and drinking his blue sea cow titty milk.
Wait, she goes to Ahch-To to just take a breather?
Yep, her mindset is reportedly to mirror Luke's while he was there prior to and during the events of the last dumpster fire. The vision of a possible dark future for herself in conjunction with the fact she nearly killed Kylo scared Rey in the same way that considering killing Ben in his sleep scared Luke many years prior. She feared the path she was headed down and decides to swear off the Jedi, exiling herself to Ahch-To. Rey scuttles to the ship she used to get there, just like Luke once did, and she caps it all off by casting Anakin's reconstructed lightsaber toward her ship. Just when it looks like the Jedi Order is going to end again, the specter of Luke Skywalker appears to Rey, holding her discarded lightsaber, and does what all good Force ghosts do. Gives our hero the resolve to do what needs to be done. Finish the work Luke began over 30 years earlier and put an end to the Emperor for good. According to my source, Luke passes on Leia's lightsaber to Rey. Note, I don't know where it came from, where it's been all this time, or how Luke is able to give it to Rey. But what I can tell you is, with only about 50% confidence at this point, that Leia's blade is supposedly blue. Bolstered by her conversation with Luke, Rey takes Leia's lightsaber, transmits the location of the Sith fleet to the Resistance before heading out herself.
Whoa. Did you say Leia's lightsaber?
Yes.
Why? Why did you say that?
Because Leia's lightsaber has now been around this entire time. We're just now finding this out. Just like Brie Larson, her Captain Marvel was the reason that the Avengers got the name Avengers. Because
Fuck Brie Larson.
Yeah.
So
no.
So you're saying wait. Hold on. Where was Leia's lightsaber?
Luke just hands it to. It's not explained where it comes from. Luke just hands it to Rey after she throws Anakin's away.
Did he give her a lightsaber for Christmas and then she made a refund or something?
I think it was in a stocking stuffer, actually. Yeah.
Okay. What the hell?
She had a gift card. She had a gift card for Lightsabers R Us.
Dude, this whole time it's like, yeah, she's not a Jedi. She's not a Jedi. She's a politician.
Yep.
She's a general. She's powerful. She's a.
You've already explained so many Deus Ex Machinas. It's not even fucking.
Oh, I'm not even fucking done.
Oh, Jesus.
So on
wait, Luke, hold on, wait, real quick.
No,
Luke,
go ahead.
Luke has Leia's lightsaber in
Yes.
like a hut or something.
I don't know. He just shows up and Rey throws Anakin's saber away, and Luke is there, and he here take this and gives her Leia's lightsaber.
She
Now
throws away
Anakin's.
Yeah, the one she's had this whole time.
Yeah.
Wait.
One that's like magical when she touches it.
Here's the thing. She can't even make her own lightsaber. Why would you even dispose of one?
No, she's not. She doesn't have the ability. She's not a fucking Jedi. She can't make her own lightsaber.
You can't afford to throw away lightsabers.
No, they're not. Hey, this is your. What did Obi-Wan say to Anakin? This is your life.
Yeah, it was important.
So she just throws it away.
It's
like this movie is supposed to be in that same universe where that happened, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't a parallel Star Wars universe.
This isn't Crisis on Infinite Star Wars Earth. No.
This isn't Bizarro Star Wars.
This isn't Greg Berlanti Star Wars. So let's see here.
I'm so confused right now. Like,
wait, let me throw a little more shit at the fan here. On the subject of Force ghosts, Luke makes another appearance around the time of Rey and Kylo's crisis of faith. Back at the main Resistance base, Leia is on her deathbed. My source describes it to me like Yoda's death in Return of the Jedi. Nothing bad happened. It was just her time to go. Luke has come to say goodbye, but before it all ends for Leia, he has one final lesson to give her. From what I've been able to put together, the final act of the film is structured like this. Rey leaves Ahch-To and travels to the Sith fleet in the unknown regions. Eventually, the Resistance fleet arrives and the battle ensues. Somehow, Rey finds her way to the Emperor, who has been waiting for her. Palpatine confirms what Kylo told her was true. Apparently, after his defeat at the Death Star 2, Palpatine was shaken by the fact he wasn't able to maintain his hold on Vader or seduce Luke into darkness due to their familial bond. During the course of their conversation, Palpatine makes reference to this bond between Vader and Luke and likens it to his bond with Rey, hoping that whatever familial connection they have will be enough to win her over and become as strong as that of the Skywalkers. Note what my source described next feels very reminiscent of Return of the Jedi.
But she's not a Skywalker.
No, she is not. She's a Palpatine. She's his granddaughter.
But that's my.
It's fucking stupid, dude. Trust me.
Does it explain who the mom is?
No, it was all midichlorians, I think.
Oh my god!
He's starting to sound better and better every moment.
She's a test tube baby.
Yeah, she basically. I think I'm just gonna go see Cats.
I'm saying that Birds of Prey movie doesn't sound so bad now.
No, Bop sounds pretty good. Let's see here. What else do we have? Okay. So note what my source described to me next feels very reminiscent of Return of the Jedi. Rey is trapped in the Emperor's throne room watching two opposing fleets battle while she helplessly gazes onward. It's at this point that Kylo/Ben reappears. How we get to the next part is still a bit fuzzy to me, but apparently Ben and Rey join forces and begin attacking Palpatine.
Are people just teleporting all over the place?
Yes.
Or are they like Star Trek, like, you know?
Yeah, I think they have a teleporter. Like there's a bridge somewhere and they're teleporting. Like Lieutenant Worf is there somewhere.
Or are they all like Nightcrawler and they're just like
Nightcrawler,
blue dust poofing all over the place? Like,
they had that fucking bridge thing like from Thor.
The Bifrost.
Yeah,
the Bifrost. Heimdall turns the fucking sword and
we understood how it fucking worked. You know, it's like we don't have to like pick apart exactly how the Bifrost works. We just know enough to know that it works.
It was described. You know, the Bifrost was Heimdall had like interstellar vision. He could see everywhere. You know, he was like a very powerful dude, and that's why he was in charge of the Bifrost. And no,
See?
but
Good writing establishes these
yeah.
things so that they fucking make sense within the context of the fucking movie.
Plus, it didn't hurt that it was Idris Elba playing Heimdall either, and he's a pretty fucking cool character. But okay, so let's see here. Where are we at? So they begin attacking Palpatine. Leia's lightsaber comes back into play when Rey and Kylo share the Skywalker lightsabers throughout their fight. At some point, the Emperor overpowers them both and supposedly kills Ben. Note there have been reports from other reputable leakers that Kylo kind of sort of dies, but my source on these seem pretty unambiguous. Personally, I think we'll just have to wait and see what we learn, what happens over the next few months. Let's see. It says, when it looks like all hope is lost, the ghosts of Luke and Leia show up to aid Rey. Together, they overpower the Emperor and end his darkness once and for all. Well, we know this has been changed now because
that was going to happen at some point too. Yeah, she's going to get all the power of all the good guys are going to be with Rey.
Okay, so basically the ending for Rey, Kylo, and Palpatine has been updated to go like this. The Emperor like throws Kylo, like fucking just pitches his ass. The dude from Den of Nerds kept saying he yeets Kylo Ren, and I want to punch that soy boy right in the fucking face. I commented that on his video. I'm like, say yeet one more time, motherfucker. Say yeet one more time. I fucking dare you. I mean, there's nothing worse than nerdy ass white dudes saying words they have no place saying, and yeet coming out of that motherfucker's mouth is one of them. Like I feel like a douchebag. I've said it 3 times. But so he just tosses Kylo Ren like a sack of shit.
I want to say that word so bad right now.
Say it one more time, motherfucker. I dare. No. So he tosses Kylo.
Do it.
And do it. And apparently, like, you know, he gets over on Rey, and you know, like I said, she's down, and Kylo fucking, like, the Emperor's draining his life force or some shit, and then he ends up like kissing Rey and and she gets up and has the strength to push on, and Palpatine's hitting her with the Force lightning. She's deflecting it with one lightsaber, and then she summons the other one, and that's when she deflects it back with both lightsabers and blows him up, and he disintegrates into a million pieces like the Death Star did, which is why this entire scene makes no fucking sense, because there is nothing left of the Death Star for them to occupy. It is gone. It is ash. But yet there's a chunk of it large enough to be protruding out of the ocean on Endor. Okay, so that's the end. Rey destroys the Emperor. Just destroys him because he's a man and she's Rey, and it's Kathleen Kennedy fighting the patriarchy.
So why does Force lightning blow people up now?
Well, if it did that, then it would have blown him up when Mace Windu deflected it back at him, wouldn't it?
Or every other time someone got hit with Force lightning. Force lightning. Oh my God!
Luke would have blown up in Return of the Jedi when he got
everyone in the Star Wars universe that got hit by Force lightning would have blown up.
Count Dooku would have blown up Obi-Wan and Anakin, because I'm pretty sure he used it on both of them in the prequels.
Palpatine would have blown up Yoda.
Yep. Yeah, because he hit him with it multiple times in the duel in the Senate before they went out into the main floor of the Senate, into the pods. You know, they were in his office.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, so this is the end of it. As for what other members of the Resistance are doing at this point, they're engaged in the space battle against Palpatine's fleet, led by General Pryde. Okay, now General Pryde is another one of these officers who's just an older white guy. And Pryde, yep. And
I wonder what who's the twit in the writers' room that came up with that one.
A white Imperial officer named Pryde.
Yep.
It's not diverse.
Very on the nose. Just saying.
Okay, so he's the one that kills. He's the one that kills General Hux. All right.
Of course he does. Pride kills him.
Yep. The Resistance's goal is to supposedly take out the flagship, severing communications and making the navigation out of the unknown regions impossible. The flagship is destroyed around the same time that the Emperor dies, which whatchamacallit, who is it's Janna and Finn, who are in charge of, or basically they kill General Pryde. So your two box checking characters have to kill the pale male stale white character.
Do they fly a Sporce into her?
I don't. The details of how he dies are not known, but I know they're the ones that kill him.
They just ram a space horse into.
They ram General a space Pryde. Horse into the fucking into the side of the outside of the ship, and the ship splits in half.
No, just into him. Like they just
they hit him with the space horse.
Yeah.
When official Star Wars Rise of Skywalker Darth Ray Nutcracker to do it.
No, I can't wait for the scene where General Pryde dies. But so let's see. Oh, okay. So here's the ending, and this is a direct ripoff of the last scene from A New Hope. The last thing I was told regarding the final sequence of the film, I don't know why, but our heroes go to Tatooine. Oh, they go to bury Leia on Tatooine. I think it is. They go to the
So she gets a funeral, huh?
They go to the old Lars homestead.
She didn't even grow up on Tatooine.
Nope.
No, she didn't.
She grew up with whatchamacallit? Alderaan, yeah. With Jimmy Smits. So it says, I don't know why they go to Tatooine.
It would make more sense if she was buried on Naboo.
Yep. During these scenes, it's supposedly revealed that Rey has cannibalized Anakin and Luke's lightsaber and Leia's to make one of her own that supposedly has a yellow/golden blade. She buries that's what it is. She buries the leftover pieces of the lightsabers on the grounds of the former Lars homestead. The final shot of the Skywalker saga allegedly echo how the adventure began in 77. Our heroes gazing at the horizon, dreaming of the future, as twin sunsets in the distance.
I called that shit right there. I knew that's how it's going to fucking end. Yeah.
Also ends in Revenge of the Sith too, like that.
Yep.
So
yeah, with Beru and Owen holding the baby, you know. So
yeah,
this is
great.
This is fucking nightmare fuel. I got a headache. I'm already angry, and I'm not even watching the movie. But because I know this is all the stuff that you're saying is dumb enough to actually be true.
I know, and that's the thing is like when I read this,
it's that dumb that this could all be legitly true.
I was like, if there was something cool that happened, I would be less likely to believe it than this bullshit that I just read.
And I've heard a lot of leaks, and none of them have been good. Not one fucking has made me remotely excited. Like, well, I would like to see. No.
Apparently, that new.
Not one single toy, not one single screenshot, not one single production still has made me excited for this fucking movie.
How much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Let's do a vote real quick.
All right.
Let's do. Hold on, I find a pen. I'm gonna write this down. So how much? Let's guess. How much screen time do you think the Sith Troopers will have?
They'll have less than I'll say less than 6 minutes, because they just get wiped out.
I think you're being generous with that. I'm gonna say about, let's say 42 seconds.
Because they just get like dusted. Apparently in the movie, they're supposed to be Sith troopers, they just get mowed down like regular stormtroopers.
Well, what's the point? What's the point of having a Sith trooper? Do they have force powers?
No.
Because you need to sell action figures.
Yep. Because they took regular stormtroopers, painted them red, and said, "Here you go. Here's Sith troopers."
This is their way of getting rid of toys that didn't sell. They're going to repaint them red, repackage them, and sell them back to you.
Yep. And they're still not selling.
Nope.
All right. So I'm going to say 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I feel like there's just going to be a flock of them, and they're just going to be there for a long time.
42 seconds. I guess I don't have as much hope that they're going to waste that much time. I'm going to say 42 seconds.
All right.
I don't even really think they show the Sith troopers until the third act of the movie, honestly. But right. Yeah, there's so much wrong with this entire fucking everything I just read is like cancer. It really is. I
feel bad for you guys now because I cannot force, you know. You see me. I sat through Playmobil the movie, guys. I sat through that, okay? I would rather sit through that again than sit through this.
I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Because Playmobil the movie didn't make me angry. I was just bored and I wasn't angry. This just all the stuff that you said is going to make me frustrated and angry.
Apparently the runtime on this is about 2 hours and 28 minutes or something like that.
2 hours and 28 minutes of time I wasted in my life.
Yep, yeah. You're never going to get it back.
Yeah.
No, it's an hour longer than it needs to be, probably.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's do screen time guesses, and let's just see how much they really just ruin this movie, and let's see how much they actually ruin the fucking OT characters. So let's go with Leia. How much screen time?
I'm going to say 8 minutes of Frankenstein nightmare-fueled, cobbled-together footage.
Okay. You got 8 minutes? What about you, Adam?
thinking?
I put down 5.
I'll say 12.
12. Okay.
I'll say 12 because it's a whammon, so you have to give the whammon more screen times. So
I think they're just going to like have her in there for a brief moment, like, "Hey, Ray, good luck on your training. Hope you find your dad." Like,
bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
See you later. Bye.
bye, buddy.
Then they send her off with her little fucking Star Wars lunchbox and backpack combo. Yeah.
Back to school. Back to school.
To show Emperor Palpatine I'm not a fool.
All right, Luke.
1 minute.
Not even, man. Fucking 10 seconds.
I'll go in even 60 seconds. I'll go a
10
minute.
fucking seconds. Yeah.
All right, so I got
Even
Pete
Grey
for
Hulk
1
said,
minute.
What the fuck?
Adam,
What the fuck?
You're gonna do less than a minute,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to do. I'm gonna go 2 minutes because what if he just has this big long speech of like, "Oh, you should fucking follow the Jedi Order because."
The future is in you. It's all in you.
All right, let's do R2.
3 minutes. I don't see them keeping R2 on. He was barely mentioned.
For BB-8 because they shoved his ass off to the side to make room for a fucking beach ball toy.
Yep. Oh, and now we got Dio.
Beach ball toys. So
We got Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah, now-
Holy diver.
now we got a fucking megaphone made into a robot.
Apparently,
Yeah.
this droid has been abused too by his old owner. He only speaks when spoken to, and
What?
yeah,
What?
You realize that robot was probably they were on the set. They're looking at the megaphone. They're like, we should make this into a robot.
Well, you go to like Disney stores and like Disney Springs or whatever, and it's so many Dio figures. Like I went to Target the other day, and there's a Dio like remote control Bluetooth like figure or something. It's like $150 or some bullshit. And you're like, why?
R2D2 will be in there long enough to advance the plot and to die. So
I feel like R2's not going to do anything. I feel like if anything, he's going to like maybe zap somebody with his little electrical thing, and that's it.
put me down for 2 minutes. I think they would probably put him in there for 2 minutes just to be funny. Like, get it, 2 minutes.
I'm going to say 1. I think it's going to be more of like, oh, we lost Pete.
Yeah, he was freezing up there. We'll have to probably put him back in.
I think it's going to be more of like they're going to show him there. They're going to like point the camera at him, and then they're going to pan away and just point it to like Finn or something. I just.
It's sad, man. It is. It's sad, but it's a trend that I'm seeing, and it's not. I think Star Wars is the one that makes me the angriest because I love fucking Star Wars so much, and watching this happen, and this is the one that I'm probably the most motivated by. But at the same time, I can't talk about it on my channel because when I make Star Wars videos, fucking nobody on my channel watches them. I don't, it's not my jam. They don't want to hear me bitching about Star Wars, so I can only do it here. But also because I get so angry, it's this people over reliance on brand recognition. It's like they want to make things, but they don't want to respect any of the people that made these things successful, meaning the fans that spend money to consume this stuff. They don't want to respect them. You don't want to respect, it's just like the saying goes, without respect, we reject. I reject Star Wars. This version of Star Wars, anyway, I reject it. I'm open to anything that doesn't want to talk down to me, anything with a story at its heart. It has to have a story at its heart. It has to have a vision. You know what I mean? Like some direction that it goes in. Because that's one thing that made these movies so successful is that George Lucas always had a story at the soul of everything. He prioritized that story over everything else. Over reliance on CG be damned, he still had a story to tell. And you could understand what he was telling. These fucking new movies, this next movie, the story is, how do we make a movie? This is how do we make a movie the movie? How do we end this mess that's been created? What do we do?
I don't think there's anything we can do to even like remotely try to fix Star Wars as fans. I think it's just it's
And then
all downhill.
Here's what's going to
And-
happen. This is going to come out, and then 5 years after this dumpster fire fucking fails, that maybe not even that long. Let's give it say 3 years. They're going to say we're going to retcon all of that shit and start all over again. Except this time they don't have any of those actors left anymore, so they done fucking squander that right. This franchise is going in the exact same direction that Terminator went in. It's the same shit.
It's going in the exact same direction as my afternoon shit went. So, Leia Red says, Leia teach Rey how to do a Hadouken. Dude, Rey doesn't even need somebody to teach her how to do anything. It's just she knows all of it.
They're only doing that because probably JJ was frustrated with the fact that she really didn't get any training in the second movie. I mean, even Luke, Luke was training through the entire 3 movies that he was in. You know what I mean? And when he came in the black, you saw him at Jabba's palace the first time Return of the Jedi. He fucking earned it. You know what I mean? Like he worked that shit. He earned it. He went through a lot of shit to get to that point. And there was that whole fear. At least I remember. I'm old enough to remember when it first came out. It's like, oh my God, he's all dressed in black. Is he going to go bad? You know what I mean? Like it's like a hint that maybe he might go bad, because it's like all the other Jedis are dressed in black. Why is he wearing black? And then when you saw Anakin Skywalker wearing black, it's like, well, you know what direction that one's going to go in. You know what I mean? So it was like, it's like everything's cyclical. It's like at any point he could have gone bad, but it ultimately he made the sacrifice to win his dad back. You know what I mean? He was willing to sacrifice himself to save his father. And it was touching. But there was that whole fear when you're watching Return of the Jedi that he might go bad. With this fucking movie, I don't care who does anything. I mean, we already know Rey's not going to go bad. Leaks be damned. You know what I mean? So she hasn't changed her costume other than a minuscule, teeny little bit to where you almost can't even tell the difference at all in any of the movies. She's just, like you said, Mary Sue, White Knight, Perfect Angel. Fuck, dude. About to have an existential crisis over this fucking shit, dude. It's not worth it.
The movie's gonna suck ass.
I'm just glad I don't have to see it. I will literally see anything else that comes out that like Pete says, I'd sit through Cats before I sit through this.
Honestly, I'd rather watch Cats. I mean,
Cats will probably make a lot of money just because it's an alternative to Star Wars.
I think it's gonna have a better plot, and I don't think one cat's gonna rule the world. So
I bet you that it'll make more sense than this because everything that has been described sounds very first like draft, made by committee, people that don't understand Star Wars, all of the exact same problems that the last movie had. Like they didn't learn anything at all.
I mean, I think they just got a lot of people that, well, first of all, where they got off on the wrong foot was decaffeinated Kathleen Kennedy, saying, you know what, EU, 30 years or whatever, 35 years of, stories and video games and comics and novels and all this shit.
It's all right there. You could have used that and made
all
money.
Right there. Now let's just throw it in the garbage. We don't need it. I mean, it was a matter of taking a fucking book off the bookshelf of Barnes and Noble and be like, all right, make it into a movie. It's like, all right, could have easily done that. Like, I mean, there was nothing that was holding her back. George would have supported it. The fans would have supported it. All of George's crew that he had during those prequels, they would have supported it and worked, but no. They had to just get all these new writers, all these new people that don't know what Star Wars is, that don't know how the feeling of Star Wars is. And I mean, all the previous movies, they don't know how to nail that. They don't know how to even come close to how those movies felt. And now we're getting these weird, just fake just characters, these fake creatures, fake worlds, and I mean, the story sucks. I mean, it's like the prequels and the OT. It felt like from beginning to end that there was a destiny that needed to be fulfilled. And as the movies progressed and as the story unfolded, the destiny was, revealing itself. And then once you got to the end, then, destiny fulfilled. In this movie, it's like there's nothing really at stake.
No, that's
There's
just
no
it.
destiny
I'm not
to be
interested in
like.
I'm not concerned about what's going to happen to Rey. I don't care about Kylo Ren. I think that all they've done is go in circles with that character.
I mean, the characters they give you at the beginning of Force Awakens, I mean, most of the characters, there's no fucking blast names.
No, they don't even have a last name. You know nothing about them.
So it's like, why?
They didn't put those characters on any kind of a journey. That's one thing I always loved about Empire Strikes Back, why I always say that one's my favorite, because it's like the first movie, you have a very simple plot. It's like you have to go blow up a battle station. Okay. Well, first of all, you have to save the princess, and then you go back and blow up a battle station. Very simple stuff, right? Okay. The second one, they're on the run. They're in a lot of trouble, and everybody is put on a path. Okay. It's like Han Solo has a debt he's got to pay off. Luke Skywalker finds out that, his dad is like the most corrupt man in the universe. All right. The Emperor has taken interest in Luke Skywalker's powers. Everybody's set on a journey. So you're anxiously awaiting to see how that wraps up. With this one, you're going to spend 2 of that 2 hour and 20-minute runtime, or 2.5 hours. You're going to spend 2 hours trying to unfuck the last movie, first of all right? Set up something for us to care about. And by this point, there's really nothing for us to care about. Everything is Deus Ex Machina, if any of these leaks are true. It's just you're conveniently making things happen just because you need to have a movie to pad it. It feels like there's a lot of padding out the runtime here. You know what I mean? It's like explaining shit and setting up shit, and yet we're bringing in even more new characters, which we don't fucking need at this point. It's hot garbage.
Well, like all the characters in the other movies, it's like there's work to be done for all these characters. What does Finn have to do? He already left the First Order. He can literally just go fuck off to another planet, go get someone pregnant, have a family, and then live the rest of their life in peace. Rey literally could have. Rey could have just. Go ahead.
Those guys that play those characters, there's so many things you could have done, man. You could have made Finn a sleeper cell agent. You could have had, Poe could have been kicked out of the fleet, and would have had to go find some guys and then come back and save some people. There's all kinds of things. Pete and I and you could probably brainstorm a better fucking plot for the sequel trilogy than what they came up with.
That's what she said.
And we some of it, I don't know about you. I read some of the EU stuff. Some of it's good, some of it's kind of fanficky. You know what I mean? Like kind of feels like kind of fanfic, but even that stuff is better than this. Another one I was going to bring up. You're not into Star Trek, are you? Are you into Star Trek at all?
Not one bit.
Not one bit. Okay. There's a famously bad Star Trek movie called Star Trek V: The Final Frontier. All right, or I think it's The Final Frontier. Star Trek V, they go to search for God. It's one of the worst Star Trek movies ever made.
What?
Yeah, they're literally on a quest to go find God. Okay?
Like that Family Guy episode.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Well, yeah, I mean, Seth MacFarlane's a big Star Trek fan, so of course they did it on a Family Guy episode. But yeah, it's they go to look for God. It's not really God, okay, but they don't find it out till like last minute. Spoiler alert. I'm gonna save you because you're probably never gonna fucking watch it anyway. But that movie that movie's plot makes more sense and feels more fulfilling than what Pete just read. I would rather go to them search for God than fucking dig up the Emperor out of fucking nowhere and
go find the Force.
That literally shouldn't exist, and all these dumb things that just happen because movie.
Go find the source of the Force.
Plugins C-3PO in to fucking translate Sith and watch his eyes fucking turn red. This stuff is so bad, dude.
Well, it's like I was saying earlier, all these characters look like they had a destiny to be fulfilled, and these ones they they don't. It's like Rey. If you look at Rey from the very beginning, and you're like, she's on a fucking planet. Well, she's just fucking left there. She's just getting scraps for food. Okay, well, maybe there's something there. Maybe there's not. More than likely, she could just be a bum and just live there forever. Finn, he wants to fucking flake out from the First Order. He literally, like I said, could have fucked off to another planet, gotten someone pregnant, have a family. There you go. Poe, he just flew X-wings. Good job. That's, there's nothing really there for you besides fighting. That's it. There's Chewie. What's Chewie gonna do? Nothing. Oh, and mind you that Chewie's always getting, he's taking orders from people on his ship. Like, the Falcon was never handed to Rey. It was Chewie's the whole time. But I guess it's Rey's now. Like, it's not like Chewie went, here you go, Rey. Here's the ship.
It's just,
And she suddenly and just magically knows how to speak Wookiee. Like, seriously.
Lucas might have pissed some people off. He definitely pissed me off for selling this franchise to these chuckle fucks. That's the first mistake he made. But I kind of get why he did. He probably got sick of people complaining about the prequels and say, you know what, let somebody else do it and see if they do a better job. They did so much worse. So much worse. Because at the heart of Star Wars was always one central story that involved one central family. This particular set of movies here don't connect at all. They don't even connect to the originals. They barely connect to the originals. They don't even connect to each other. It's like, at least the prequels and the first three movies that everybody saw when they came out, at least are supposed to be connected, or at least roughly feel like they're connected. This one here, I don't even know what the hell's going on, man. It sounds kind of like what you guys went through with the Game of Thrones finale. It sounds like that. I wasn't a part of that, so that's why I didn't want to watch it, because I don't want it to be this kind of an outcome.
Yeah, prequels got way more flack than they should have, and I grew up with the prequels, but they still they didn't deserve that much flack. Just a bunch of bullshit. Like, everyone they harped on him so bad, and then it caused George to really almost hate the thing that he created. And he was really proud of it first, but I don't know, man. It's just,
I think what sucks too is the fact that these things irritate us, and it's like, if you say that they irritate you, it's like you're accused of being some part of a hate group now. It's like I have to love these because why? What reason do I have to even? Why should I like this stuff? What? Because I loved the first 6 Star Wars movies, I just have to like this stuff now? I'm like, I don't pledge loyalty to a brand. I pledge loyalty to a story that interests me. When you start writing chapters of the story that don't make any sense, I quit watching. I've left a lot of TV shows that I thought were once great. They start becoming trash, and I quit watching them. It's the same way with Star Wars. It's like, I watched it up to a point. I liked it up to a point. When I no longer liked what I was seeing, I walked away from it. I can do that. Now, I know a lot of people can't. Some people are just completionists, and they have to see it all the way through. I don't care. I just don't care.
That's me. That's why no matter how bad Fear the Walking Dead got, me and the wife kept watching it, no matter how shitty it got. And Leo Red just made a good point. Chewbacca had to make a choice. Either give up the ship, in this case the Millennium Falcon, or get Me Too'd. That's why he gave up the Falcon and let Rey have it. She was going to Me Too him. That's what was going to happen right there. Boom, Leo Red, good job. I like that.
I'm so glad that the people on my channel that watch my content don't require me to see this movie, and it's almost like I got a get out of jail free card.
I'm more or less doing this out of morbid curiosity.
I'm morbidly curious, but I just know that if I see it, I'm going to be angry, and I don't know, because I don't drink, I don't do drugs. There's not enough chemicals that can get me through it.
Oh, I'm gonna be medicated as all get out. I have to go to. I found out the theater in my town is not gonna be playing this.
It's not going to show the movie.
No, they're showing Jumanji 2 instead, which I'm almost half tempted to go see that instead.
Oh, I'll be definitely. I'm seeing that one tomorrow.
But yeah, they've got they're showing Jumanji until January 2nd, and then they're getting Soy Wars after that. So I'm gonna go up to Grayling, which is about 20 minutes north of me. It's all highway, so just jump up there, and there's a single screen theater there, much like here, called the Rialto. It's old, so I'll take Mama San up there, and we'll go watch it up there. And there's a brewery right next door too.
There you go. At least you can go drink your sorrows away. You know?
Yep. So I'm thinking some edibles, and then before the movie, and I got my little vape cartridge for my gimmick pen, and get all medicated, go watch that, and then go have a few beers afterward and make Mom drive home. So
it's not all doom and gloom though, guys. I mean, like I said a couple of times, the end of this year, a lot of these movies that are making a lot of money at the end of this year are movies that I really fucking enjoy. Like
there has been some good movies that
Joker and Ford v Ferrari, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Those movies all did really well, and they were really fun movies to watch. So it's not. And the thing is none of those movies are necessarily franchise movies, except for maybe Joker. Maybe you could consider that a franchise movie because we've done the Joker a couple of times. But you did something different. You did something that was entertaining.
True.
It just goes to prove that if you have a decent story, people will show up. They'll watch these things. They're not. The studios need to stop treating customers like they're cattle, like they're just coming back. Movies are not McDonald's. Okay, they're stories, their characters, their set pieces. How we were just talking at the beginning of the show about how we used to get excited about the different world building that Lucas used to do.
Yep.
We're not interested anymore, man. We're not. We've lost interest because the storytelling has been so bad that we're not connected to it anymore. It's no longer speaking to us.
And here's the thing: it's like as soon, and it was even before the movies came out. It's as soon as Kathleen Kennedy said, "No more EU." Well, that technically is everything that has came out. It's obviously before the prequels, but even after the prequels. That weren't just a TV show.
But the EU is what kept Star Wars alive all these years, man. I mean, we
well, that's
there were no movies. All we had was the games. And, the TV shows came after the prequels. So
that's a huge part of Star Wars culture is all the games and the movie
shows. Yeah,
the TV, like the fucking the video games, the comics, the books that were out. That's all part of Star Wars culture, and a lot of those stories went hand in hand with what were in the movies. They were like bonus, like knowledge bits that you could take, and it connects to the stories, and they are all approved by Lucas. Yet, as soon as she said, "Nope, that's no more," well, you shorten your universe that you even said, Kathleen, that is so massive and the world is so big and there's so much room for possibilities. It's like, well, you just eliminated all those possibilities that you already had. So you on your own are a hypocrite, and you have shortened the world of Star Wars just by eliminating the EU. So therefore, if all these years of reading and playing and collecting and all of that, as far as canon goes, it just went to waste because you said no more. So why the hell should you be invested anymore?
We wouldn't even be complaining. If you wanted to just not do the Skywalker saga anymore and just go with new characters. Fine, I'm cool. I would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
But make these characters interesting.
Yes,
give them
please.
Stories that go somewhere.
Make them interesting.
Leave on a cliffhanger so that we were excited to come back for the other one. I've never seen a Star Wars movie before that didn't end to where I was like, wow, I really don't want to see any more of that.
No, I mean,
that was a first for me.
I mean, I saw The Force Awakens a few times, and I was optimistic. And here's the thing: it was like it was painful to go through with The Last Jedi because I've never walked out of a Star Wars movie being like, wow, that sucked. Because it's like you're a sports fan, and your team, your team sucks, and they're always bad. And every time they lose, it's like, all right, well, I'm optimistic. There's always going to be next week, or it's going to be next year. We're going to wait till the
That's
draft.
called hope. Yeah.
Yeah. And that word gets thrown around a lot in the sequel trilogy. But anyways, but it's like you have optimism. And just because your team loses doesn't mean you're not a fan anymore. So you keep the optimism alive, and you're like, yeah, we're going to get better. I mean, I'm not going to stop being a fan. But when it came with Star Wars, it was such a shocker, and it was so hard to like get used to, because I've never like been in a franchise. I was like, oh, this fucking sucks now. But like when you're a Star Wars fan, you're a Star Wars fan for life.
Yeah.
I mean, even though these new movies and the current state of the franchise sucks, you're always going to be a Star Wars fan. But
it kind of feels like this is you like Van Halen, okay? Like you grew up with Van Halen, and now you're going through the Sammy Hagar era. That's kind of like what this is to me.
Sammy Hagar was cool.
If you like some people like Sammy Hagar, some people don't. I feel like we're going through the Sammy Hagar era right now.
Yeah, but it's like I like the compare it to this. It's like, how it sucks ripping a Band-Aid off. Like, we're dudes, so we have like, hairy arms and hairy legs. Say you're pulling a Band-Aid off your leg, and it's fucking ripping the hair off, and it feels like forever trying to rip it off, and then finally you go, fuck it, and you just snatch it off. But this feels like it's a never-ending Band-Aid, and you're just like keep pulling, and it just never comes off.
It really does.
Yeah, and you never finish pulling it off, and it's just there's more Band-Aid left, and it's just all the hair is going, and it fucking stings, and you're like, what the hell? And that's what Star Wars is doing. It's a never-ending Band-Aid.
And they're going to figure out sooner or later, hopefully sooner, just based on the end of this year alone, that rather than rely so much on these franchises to make movies with, just fucking take a chance. Make something new that has a decent story. Make something we haven't seen before. Watch how many people show up. Put some decent actors in it. Put a decent director in charge. Don't have a bunch of studio dickery with it. Stop. Because, I would like to, I don't want to change the subject here, but like Ghostbusters, it's like, stop making Ghostbusters movies, man. Just fucking stop it. It's like stop making Terminator movies. Stop making Star Wars. Quit it. If you don't have a vision in mind, then quit fucking making them.
Well, it's like here's the thing. Star Wars fans
you're
are
assembling these things by committee because you want money and you don't want to lose the franchise rights. So you'll run the risk of making us a shitty movie and expect everybody to show up and then chastise us when we complain about it. Fuck you.
Well, yeah, it's Star Wars fans are by far some of the most. They're like Browns fans. They're the most passionate out there, and the Browns suck all the time. Yet we're still fans. We harp and we moan and groan about it, but we're still loyal. Star Wars fans, similar but different. Well, Star Wars fans will always be Star Wars fans, no matter what. I already said that, but you piss off Star Wars fans, fuck, like you better get ready, because you take a chip at Star Wars, you take a chip at us.
Well, I feel like the prequels did,
and it's personal.
Did piss off a lot of Star Wars fans, but not like this.
But here's the thing: it's like prequels were
obviously
great.
Didn't piss them off that bad because everybody and their sister went and saw Force Awakens at least a couple of times.
Well, all the people that are just like OT, like loyalists, like you need to calm down, because the prequels were good. You can find great things in the prequels, even if you don't think they're the best movies ever. I mean, I love the prequels. I love the OT. There's great things you can find in all of them. But to say that the prequels sucked and you bitched at George for making them, it's like, bro, come on. It's like you cannot say that he expanded the universe, made really cool characters, included a great story, talked about the rise and fall of Anakin. Clone Troopers. I don't see anybody bitching about Clone Troopers. I don't see anybody bitching about cool lightsaber duels. I don't see anybody bitching about nice space battles and updated CGI and effects and all of that. I don't see people bitching and moaning about Padme or, you know,
Well,
bounty
people
hunters
do-
and Jango
people
Fett
do
and
like
Count
Star
Dooku.
Wars too, because people like that new video game and they like the Mandalorian. So
Yeah.
it's possible that not all Star Wars fans have given up. It's just fuck Episode 9. Just fuck it. I'm done.
Fuck
talking
Episode
about
9. That's right. That's gonna be a new T-shirt. Fuck Episode 9.
it. Done.
Yep.
Done. Print it.
Start printing money if you make them things, man. I'm sitting here on IGN. I just got a notification,
Yeah.
and it's J.J. Abrams on Ryan Johnson's quote unconventional approach to Star Wars and The Last Jedi, and the comment thread on there is just a dumpster fire. The Last Jedi, The Last Jedi Defenders, dude. Oh my God, let me find this
Yeah.
one. Where's it
It's-
at? Oh,
it's
The Last
just-
Jedi is a masterpiece. Anyone who doesn't get that doesn't deserve an opinion on the subject. Facts.
Okay.
How is it a masterpiece?
Right.
Let's see. This comes from
I
somebody
think
who has
it's only a masterpiece if you hate Star Wars.
I'm sure they go to Yale or
no,
Harvard or
dude. This guy's
something.
got his fucking profile picture's the Mandalorian, and there's nothing else on his profile.
Cool. He's one of those.
He got
Nice.
Disney Plus and just discovered Star Wars. He watched The Last Jedi because one of his other little puto friends took him to see it. And he was like, oh my God, this is so cool. It's Ryan Johnson. He's like this outspoken art house guy. And these people are all artsy fucking fartsy and they think they're fucking yeah. It's people like that like The Last Jedi, these art house
Ryan
hacks.
Johnson can go and make his A24 films. Just fine. Just stay the fuck away from the space wizards, dude. Stay the fuck away from Star Wars. Go away. Don't come back.
Leo Red, you guys
Not
don't shave
welcome.
you guys don't shave your legs and arms. I used to shave my arms. I don't anymore because I'm fat. So
No, I don't shave my arms and legs because I'm a man.
I used to because I hate looking like a goddamn gorilla. So I don't shave my legs. Fuck that shit. I had to do that once. I'll never do it again. That was for a photo shoot. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I would shave my legs and arms, but can't buy razors anymore because boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
I get mine
Boys
from
will be boys.
I order mine from Harry's Razors. I don't buy any Gillette shit anymore. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You chick.
I got a
I
fucking
gotta
Braun electric razor. That's my shit.
I do need to get a new electric one though, but I go those the Harry's razors. They're like, what is it? It was like $20 for 4 razors, but they last me, and I shave my head like usually every other day. Those things, one blade will last me like 3 months. I mean,
It's like the Target stuff, right?
they're fucking Harry's. I get it. You can order them online, but I the first time I got them, I picked them up at Walmart actually.
They sell them at Target too.
Oh, I don't have a Target anywhere near me.
Oh, boo. All
Yeah,
right.
you're telling me.
Leo Red said,
Brought
I
to you
got
by
Disney Plus.
Target.
There's nothing by me.
Leo Red said, I got Disney Plus and discovered Lemon Mouth. I don't know what that is.
Lemonade mouth. I have no idea what that is.
Did I say lemonade?
Sounds
You said
good.
lemon.
Oh, lemonade.
Lemonade mouth. I don't know what that is. Go on there and look up a movie. It's called Fuzz Bucket. It's horrible, but watch it. It was the pilot. It was going to be a pilot for a Disney show, and they just turned it into a TV movie because it didn't gain any ground and they couldn't make a show out of it. Hey, you picked up a subscriber tonight, Cody.
Hey,
You were at 32 when we started. You're at 33 now.
Yay.
nice.
Good job. Liking
Everybody
it. Subscribe to his
subscribe.
channel. If you don't subscribe, you guys should be subscribers.
Subscribe to all of us.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I pick up some more next week when I'm on WCBS. That'll be interesting. I'm either going to pick up a lot or I'm probably not going to pick up many at all or even any. We'll see.
I'm trying to think. I picked up a couple when I was on there when I did that toy stream. That's how me and Sal really got to know each other.
Yeah, that's what
Was
you
that-
guys said. That's a really cool way to meet.
It was, man, because like we were like the only two that were trying to be, professional. Like I was fucking around a little bit, but like for the most part, I maintained because I was on, I'm on somebody else's stream. It's a big ass channel, and me with like I think I had like 50 subs at the time, if that. I'm like, damn, he because Jeff asked me to be on there, and I'm like, cool. So because we talked about toys before, and I get on there with it was like me, Sal, Logan, Michael, that Eddie Cantillo guy came on there at the end, and he's kind of out there. He's weird. But yeah, there was I'm trying to think who else is on there. Jeremy Peerboom was on there. There was a couple. There was we had like 6 of us on there. It was fun, but yeah, man, it was like me and Sal really got to know each other well. And I'm glad, man, because now we got the boardroom. We got all the, it's great. I got to, do that. That's one thing about this community is we bonded over our disgust for something that we all loved at one point, but we've made a bunch of like kick-ass
in the industry call turning a frown upside down.
We've made a bunch of kick-ass friends out of the thing, which I really am thankful for, honestly.
That's essentially what we've done. I mean,
yeah,
what all of us have done. And
that's what I'm saying, man. We've kind of formed our own community within a community, and it's nice.
It is. Well, all right. So, can we all, agree? Fuck Rise of Skywalker.
Absolutely, 100%.
I'll raw dog.
Fuck it with a big rubber dick.
Let's get a fuck Rise of Skywalker on 3. 1, 2, 3. Fuck
Rise of Skywalker.
All right, cool. Anyway, so for the last portion of this show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I got a few things tonight. I don't have 1. I don't have 2. I have 3. First of all, let's do this. We're going to play a game. It's called Dumb Celebrity Tweets. Now, I am going to read off a tweet from a celebrity, and you guys are going to guess who it is, okay?
Oh, this could be fun.
Oh, great.
All right. So, first tweet I'm going to read. I can't believe my grandmother's making me take out the garbage. I'm rich. Fuck this. I'm going home. I don't need this shit.
Justin Bieber.
Jaden Smith.
Ooh, those are good guesses. 50 Cent.
Damn.
All right. Take the garbage out. You know how many times I've been shot, Grandma?
How many times I've been shot, Grandma? All right. So, tweet number 2. At TPA at Y hashtag M hashtag at NYHN.
Conway, not Conway Twitty. Kanye West.
Juice WRLD tweeted that as he was dying.
Ooh.
He was having a seizure.
Jesus.
Ooh, that was, I mean, if there's going to be a more spot on guess, that would be it. But you're both wrong. It's Oprah Winfrey.
God damn it. Close enough.
All right. So this one's a fucking ball buster. Hey.
Was that it? I was waiting for something else.
Yeah. Hey.
Taylor Swift.
Lady Gaga.
Close. Guy Fieri.
Nice. My hero right there.
That's Adam's spirit animal.
Dude, I love Guy Fieri.
All right.
Diners, drive-ins, and dives.
All right. I'll give you a hint on this one. Just read another story about me being locked in attic. Completely false.
And Frank.
And Frank.
Damn, dude. I was gonna say Taco Waititi.
It's Anne Frank, yo.
Oh my god. Oh. Holy shit. What's your guess, Adam?
Special circle in hell for us. For sure.
Oh.
What's your guess, Adam? Oh god.
Taco Waititi.
Taika Waititi. Not quite. Michael Caine.
I didn't guess that one.
This one, this one kind of makes sense, but we'll let you do the guessing. Tweet, do ants have dicks? This is an actual tweet.
Okay.
This is somebody famous.
mm,
Wait.
that's going to be Ryan Johnson because he was comparing
No.
size,
I was gonna say
and
James
he's just.
Gunn.
I was going to say James Gunn before I said Ryan Johnson, but I was going to say Ryan Johnson's mad because his wife's got a bigger dick than him, so he's comparing it to an ant. I just saw a picture of his wife today. She definitely has a bigger dick than him, and yes, he is married.
Just like Kathleen Kennedy's husband has a bigger vagina than her.
Oh yeah, it takes that old thing's taking a pounding from that coffee fetching cunt. I mean, sorry. See you next Tuesday.
No, Kourtney Kardashian.
Ugh, well, there's about the same
Just as
amount of.
bad, yeah.
Ugh. Ugh.
All right. This one says it has the name of the person in it, not the full name, but I'm just gonna like say blank. So, hello Facebook. Yes, this is actually blank. Welcome to my Facebook page. This was a tweet.
Tom from MySpace.
Ooh,
Let's see. That was probably Joe Rogan all stoned. I don't know.
Lindsay Lohan.
Well, she's probably still stoned.
We haven't got a
Probably.
single one of these right yet.
But
She
the
could-
guessing is the most fun.
Guessing is the fun part. Yeah.
This is my favorite one. When I was about 11, I snapped out of slumber party and started beating the shit out of this girl who was picking on me. LMAO. Her name was Damika.
Cardi B. And then later on, she drugged her and fucking date raped her.
Oh, you're close. You're
Back,
close, Pete.
Marshall Mathers.
Oh, you're close, Pete.
Is it Nicki Minaj?
Yep.
I had the wrong ratchet.
You had the wrong ratchet girl.
I had the wrong ratchet hoe.
Oh my god. This one's pretty good. I feel like there's a giant meatloaf inside of me.
That is oh god, that is
Wait,
let me see.
Nobody soundbite that.
Amy Schumer. Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer she was railing herself with a fucking deli sausage.
Oh, dude, she's like a humanoid Garfield.
No, she's literally like the embodiment, and this is kind of an insult. She's like the embodiment of Miss Piggy, but Miss
She
Piggy
is.
has more class and she's
Yeah.
funnier.
Oh god, can you imagine her being in Cats?
Oh,
Oh,
Well, you already got Rebel Wilson. That's
Yeah,
just
Rebel
the British
Wilson's
version
bad
of it.
enough.
oh, I forgot she's in that too. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that Holstein's on there lumbering around.
Ugh.
They probably got Rebel Wilson because she's not quite as raunchy as Amy Schumer is.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And at least Rebel Wilson has an accent, which makes
I
it sound a
100%
little more
guarantee you Amy
palatable.
Schumer is never going to be anywhere near a Disney project ever.
No.
Rebel Wilson looks like if the McDonald's Big Mac sauce had arms and legs.
Jesus, dude.
Oh, that's perfect.
All right.
She's the love child of Hamburglar and Grimace.
She ate Hamburglar and Grimace.
She is Hamburglar and Grimace combined. They morphed their power rings and formed fucking Rebel Wilson.
She just rolled up on him like a blob and just kept going, dude.
They better be careful. She'll eat James Corden before the end of that movie.
Jesus.
No, I feel like there's a giant meatloaf inside of me. Kris Jenner. Oh my god.
I don't want to know what context that was in.
Yeah, I don't want to
this one's
ponder
a-
that anymore than I have to.
Was it when Chloe was dating French Montana and his boys were running a train on her? I mean, what? She got all fucking weirded out because her husband turned into her husband turned into a woman. I mean, what?
Who knows, dude? Like they're freaking billionaires and
They're insane. All those
I don't get it, but whatever.
I don't know.
I guess it's all in who you fuck, I guess. I don't know.
They're weird. They're just weird
Kris
fucking
Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, Kim Kardashian, with the other Kardashians, whatever their names are, whatever. This one's a classic, so you guys might get this one. Everyone knows I am right that Robert Pattinson should dump Kristen Stewart. In a couple of years, he will thank me. Be smart, Robert.
God, I'm trying to think, but I don't think Robert Pattinson actually has any friends.
Zoe Quinn.
Zoe Quinn. Oh, Anita Sarkeesian.
Mm.
I'll one up that Zoe Quinn and I'll see you. Zoe Quinn and raise you and Anita Sarkeesian.
Right on.
You guys were on the verge of getting it right, but it was President Donald J. Trump
Whoa, that was pretty
from
close.
2012.
Yep. Oh wait,
Uh,
fun fact: an ant's penis is called an atagus. Thank you, Leo Red.
I did not know that. Thank you,
We learned,
Leo Red.
we learned something tonight.
Hold on, I gotta highlight that.
Yes.
Leo Red Moonlights is a personal data assistant. Like, you know, you get Google. Some people got Google, some people got Alexa. We got Leo Red.
Yep.
An ant's penis is called an atagus. That's cool.
That is funny.
You should like say that into your phone and then turn that into your ringtone.
Just leave it as your like voicemail.
Dude,
Fun fact: an
They're
ant's
like, "Can I
penis
leave a
is called
message
an
now or what?"
atagus.
What am I talking? Huh?
Press 1 for atagus. Press 2. What's an atagus? Funny, you should ask.
Like directs you to Google.
I just want to hear somebody say, "Okay, Google, what's an atagus?" and hear Google like answer them in public. An atagus, and Google is answering me right now.
That's what they
Except-
call Ryan Johnson.
It says, "What's an atticus?" and here Google like ant's arm in public. Apparently, the voice to text on my phone is drunk.
Oh my god. All right, this one's pretty good. Why is Rhode Island nor a road or an island? Think really, really, really hard on this one because you might get this one right. It's not a really out there guess, but
It sounds like something Jerry Seinfeld would have said in an old stand-up bit.
this person's not that smart. As you can
say
see.
it one more time, please.
Why is Rhode Island nor a road or an island?
I'm gonna say that is James Franco.
Pete?
I said Seinfeld because it sounds like a Seinfeld bit.
Justin Bieber.
Oh, geez.
God damn it! Now, see, these are all backwards. I guess Justin
Yep.
Bieber the first one.
I mean, if we're comparing Jerry Seinfeld and Justin Bieber, Jerry Seinfeld should have his fucking doctorate. But
Yeah.
okay, this one might be one of the funniest ones I've ever read. Was rushing home to take a dump and got caught behind a school bus dropping kids off. Longest 30 minutes of my life.
Kevin Hart.
Harry Carey.
Will John. Okay.
Yeah.
You sounded like Harry Carey when you were saying it. That's why I guessed it.
I like the Chris Rock one. Kevin Hart. That would have been a good one.
Yep.
This one's pretty solid. Oil.
George W. Bush.
I thought you were gonna say Bill Clinton. Oil.
What's your guess, Adam?
I don't know. I'm thinking, man.
You want a hint?
James Belushi.
If it was him, it would have said bacon grease.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart.
Close.
Does anybody think global warming is a good thing? I love Lady Gaga. I think she's a really interesting artist.
Holy shit. That's a tweet.
Yep.
Wow.
Does anyone
Elena
think global
Trump.
warming is a good thing? I love Lady Gaga. I think she's a really interesting artist.
Trump's daughter, whatever. her name is.
Ivanka,
Yeah, Ivanka.
my future
No.
ex-wife. Let's see. What else we got here? Let me think. Let's see.
You guys can keep guessing.
Let's see. Oh, who's a Hollywood nitwit that I?
Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith. Which one's the
Dude,
son?
that guy is fucking out there, man.
Is
Have you ever-
Willow the son or the daughter? Is Jaden the daughter? I don't know. I get them mixed up. They look the fuck.
Jaden's the son, and then Willow's the daughter.
They look the same, honestly. I think they trade skirts and
Jaden
shit like
Smith
that.
should be
I
the
think both are wrong, but I mean,
Yeah.
they're good guesses. Jaden Smith is known for his bad tweets.
Hollywood Birth Control starring Jaden Smith.
Let's see. What other? What Logan Paul? Wasn't that one? Wasn't he like a
Yeah.
dumbass like
One of
YouTuber?
the Pauls, yeah.
I'll give you a hint. It was my first celebrity crush.
Holy fuck.
Natalie
You remember
Portman.
that from back months ago on the Anchor episodes.
Oh, fuck. I'm trying to think. God, that seems like forever ago now.
Yeah, I know.
I don't remember what your celebrity crush was. I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
I give up.
Yep.
She was prominent in the early 2000s.
Cameron Diaz.
No,
Ah, fuck.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears. Okay.
Okay.
I've had a thing for her since fucking I don't know. I didn't even care when she shaved her head. I'm like, fuck it, I'm bald too. We'll just dip them in oil and rub them together.
Jesus Christ.
Right here, this is the last one of this segment, and we're gonna end on a high note. So, this might, I don't know if this is better than the taking a dump one or the meatloaf one, but here we go. Cowabunga dudettes. I'm so pumped to be on the surfing kick. Who else surfs out there? Gnarly day in the H2O, riding waves.
Brie Larson.
No.
Blake Lively.
Ooh, Blake Lively. That's good.
Isn't
Isn't she married to Leonardo DiCaprio, or wasn't she?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Ryan
Yeah.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
That's a lucky man. Let's see. I have no fucking clue. I don't know. I'm trying to think who.
Like, if there is a automatic guess for any stupid thing said, who do you think that would be?
Kim Kardashian usually.
Yep.
Is it really?
Yep.
Holy shit. How does her big ass get on a surfboard? I mean, Leo Red says Betty White.
Betty White. That would have been a good one.
That would have been funnier if it was
She would have
Betty
said,
White.
yeah, she would have said something way funnier.
Kim Kardashian. Really? Does she surf?
She probably went surfing one time and she's like, I'm on a surfing kick.
Yeah. I'm on a surfing kick.
She probably went on like a $19 million vacation. It's like, we got these surfboards. I'm going to have some Hawaiian guy show me how to surf.
She took a picture next to a surfboard. That was like, yeah, that was it.
We're going to name our next kid Sea Salt.
Sea salt and vinegar.
All right, you guys ready for now? I know I'm the supernatural representative of the Florida Man delegation, but it is Christmas time.
Yes, it is.
So, and you know, as a Floridian, it doesn't snow and get really cold down here. I mean, can't you agree, Adam?
Yes, I like that's why I'm here for that reason alone.
So this story kind of buzzed all over the internet, and I think this is one of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Walmart pulls sweater of Santa about to rip lines of cocaine.
What now?
So let me share this real quick. Look at that.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my god, I wanted that shirt.
Why don't they ever make this shit big enough for me to wear it? Because like I always say I'm not gonna wear an ugly Christmas sweater, and then I finally see something this amazing and I can't have one that's
This would be one of the most amazing South Park episodes.
Oh yeah.
I would wear this to like a party. Yeah.
And he's just hanging out with Towley, just sitting there on the couch, just ripping coke. And look, there's a little mountain of coke. It's not even just a pile.
You know what's funny about this?
snowballs.
Walmart is the same company that won't sell CDs with bad words on them.
Yep.
But they'll
dude, this is
sell
Walmart
this.
online, so this is like
It's
anything
still the same
goes.
company.
Walmart online, they sell so much shit that's not in their stores. They're kind of like Amazon, but not as good. Obviously,
Gonna say, can I buy actual cocaine from Walmart online?
maybe you might be able to buy syringes too, but that's a story for another time. So an ugly Christmas sweater featuring Santa ready to go whole hog on some rails of coke has been pulled from Walmart Canada's online store. Oh, it's even worse because it's in Canada. It's even more of a fucking felony. Christmas is ruined, folks. Now, how are you to broadcast your love for both jolly old Saint Nick and the destruction of your septum with some Colombian good stuff? The ruination of Christmas started, of course, on social media, where a few eagle eye shoppers noticed the sweater and brought it to the public's attention. It soon began to gain traction, with people spreading it and praising both it and its ad copy, which states, in quote, "There is no way this feat delivering presents across the world is possible without some performance enhancing help." In a statement emailed to Vice, Walmart Canada apologized for any unintended offense that may have caused. These sweaters sold by a third-party seller on Walmart.ca do not represent Walmart's values and have no place on our website. Have you ever walked into a Walmart and seen the people in there?
I was in there this morning.
Because
They
that
think they
represents
control,
a lot of the customers.
It's like half the general population that don't go anywhere else go in there, but yet no, we're not going to sell CDs with bad words on them.
Yep.
Nope.
Dude, this sweater looks kick ass.
Yeah.
I want it now. I want it yesterday. Like it. God, dude, he is lit.
He's going to have a very Merry Christmas.
Oh
He's going to have a holly jolly Christmas.
I mean, if I can find that, dude, how much do you think they're going on eBay for?
The sweater?
Yeah.
That's the problem with that kind of stuff is whatever people are dumb enough to spend for it, that's how much it's worth.
You think they're selling them on the USA Walmart website?
I don't know.
Somebody find that.
Because you know somebody ordered this shit.
Oh, I guarantee you so many people got it.
It's very festive.
It's going to be one of those things like soon we're going to find on eBay. It's going to be like 20 grand for this thing.
Dude.
All right. So you guys ready for the next story?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Feast your eyes, boys. Pigeons wearing tiny cowboy hats are flying around Las Vegas, and people have questions.
I saw that. That's fucking awesome.
I love it. I love it.
Is this the best thing ever?
Yeah.
This is better than the sweater.
You might have outdone yourself now, Cody.
Yeah.
This is better than the fucking sweater.
The pigeons
You've
and
been
hats.
on a rare page all day, but this is, I think you've outdone yourself with this one.
Oh yeah, as soon as this ad's done, then we're gonna be watching this freaking video.
Make sure you have
But
this.
I'll just read. In Las Vegas, pigeons come in many shapes and sizes. In Las Vegas, some wear cowboy hats. A viral Facebook video from Las Vegas resident named Bobby Lee. Isn't that an actor?
Yeah, it's yeah, he used to be on Mad TV.
Yeah, he's a comedian. Yeah.
Yep.
Bobby Lee showing pigeons with tiny cowboy hats apparently glued to their heads has led a local pigeon rescue group to launch an operation unlike any other. We got a couple good leads, said Mariah Hillman, co-founder of Lofty Hopes, on Tuesday. We found Cluck Norris. We've been chasing him all day.
Cluck Norris.
Cluck Norris. As of Tuesday afternoon, Hillman and her small crew were putting up a trap to capture Cluck Norris, the cowboy pigeon, about half mile from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas campus. It looks like glue, Hillman said after her daughter got close enough to see the hat atop Cluck's head. There are feathers stuck to the hat. Oh, after Cluck is captured, Hillman will try to remove the hat. Hopefully, it's not impeding his vision, she said. It's a living being. Every living being has a right to its own life. The viral video showing Cluck and a second cowboy pigeon during social media commentary. There's a tweet. It says someone is putting tiny cowboy hats on pigeons in Las Vegas. One local onlooker only has one explanation: the rodeo is in town.
That's
Another tweet says someone is putting tiny cowboy hats on Las Vegas pigeons. There are consequences to legalizing marijuana.
Nah.
Let's look at this real quick.
That's fucking dope.
what the fuck? Like this
How are you
story,
capturing these pigeons?
you could have just made this story up and I'd still laugh. But the fact that this is a thing makes it even funnier.
Oh my god, this is so great.
Oh,
I feel bad for the birds, but you can't
yeah.
help but laugh at this.
Like Susie said, it was glue. I'm like, oh, you know, it's,
I mean, if they just had the little string that kind of like, just,
yeah, or like a rubber band or something. you know.
yeah, like
Yeah, that's mean. You don't glue them to the birdies' heads.
No.
hopefully it was like Elmer's glue and not like actual like with a glue gun.
But can you imagine like some old guy that's like at the end of his life and he's sitting in a park feeding the pigeons, and all of a sudden these fuckers show up wearing cowboy hats.
He's probably tripping
the guy
balls. Like,
wonders if
what is
he's like-
happening?
If
He draws
wonders
down
if
on 'em.
if he like took the wrong pills or something.
Oh
These
my
fucking pigeons are wearing cowboy hats.
And he goes to tell somebody, and then they fucking check him into the nursing home. Oh my
A
God.
tweet from Las Vegas locally. We just want low taxes, a good hockey team, and pigeons wearing tiny cowboy apparel.
God bless America.
at Sean KTNV, someone bought a banana tape to a wall for 120 grand as art, and then someone else ate the 120 grand banana as performance art, and someone else is putting tiny little cowboy hats on pigeons in Las Vegas. What dystopian reality have I stepped into?
How are they catching the pigeons? Is my thing. Are they luring them in with shake and bake pans to glue the hats on them?
I'm thinking they're just getting like these long fishing nets, and
they're kind of flying rats, so they're not hard to fucking get.
or they're just leaving a trail of Reese's Pieces, like ooh, a piece of candy,
Ooh, piece of candy.
ooh,
Ooh, piece of candy. I've got James Woods.
That's all of the article. Is this video gonna play yet, or probably not?
Your internet hates you, Cody.
At least they didn't kick him off in the middle of the stream. Mine was just like, no, you're done.
Very true.
I was like, no, fuck you.
Your router said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
I just sent you guys a really good meme, and I posted it publicly too. We'll see how long it takes to get my account struck on Facebook, because it goes in with my Juice World comment from earlier.
Oh god, Juice World.
You should
know. First of all, when I found that out, I was like, "That's a name."
Yeah.
Why?
You should just screen share the meme.
It sounds like a smoothie shop.
You should just screen here. I'll do it. Hang on. I'll pull it up because this is fucking. It's pretty good.
Oh god.
It's a good one. Let's see. Log in. Oh no, you stupid bastard. I'm talking to myself.
Yeah.
All right. Let me click. There we go. Let's click on that. That'll get me in. Something went wrong. Frig off, Leahy. Nothing went wrong. Let's see. Load you stupid hippie. Oh, here we go. Right here. Okay. Let's see. Screen share.
Isn't it kind of funny that you see like when a rapper dies, they're like, "Oh my god, 11 Legend is like who?"
Nobody even knew who this dude was. Like, all right, here we go. Right here. Little seizures.
Oh.
I wonder how long it's gonna take for me to get, because I've been blocked for like 30 days, like a handful of times. So I have a backup account though, so I can still run the Facebook page and everything. But
yeah, that one might take you down, dude.
I posted that publicly. I posted that in my group.
dude.
Ooh,
You
Oh,
are a
God.
bad man.
Ooh, Anna
Oh.
Koeman added to her story.
Cool.
I wonder if she was Anna Koeman she was back when I used to watch cable news. She was on a cable news network, and she was like extremely gorgeous and like ultra fit because they showed her in she was doing like a workout segment before, and I'm like, oh my God. And she like left the news network and married some guy and moved to Australia. So
Did you make that?
no, I did not. I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know who did, but kudos to them.
You just located it.
I just found it in a group I'm in, one of those private groups that's like savage memes, and I'm like, oh, I picked so many good ones out of there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Oh nope, that's not a. Okay, I've got two laugh reacts. I was waiting for a. Your post goes against our community standards.
Oh, shocker.
Go switch to your other. Go switch to your other account.
Leo Red goes, I'm from Chicago and I didn't even know who he was.
Is that where this dude is from? He's from Chicago.
I have no idea, honestly.
Because I don't know. I heard he died, and I'm like, wait. I'm like, I'm like, all right, whatever.
Juju Smith-Schuster went on stage with him, and
I'm
that's
from
literally it.
Joliet, Leo Red. I'll be there pretty soon. About a week.
Oh
About a
boy.
week.
I was in Chicago. Was it last year for like?
Yeah, he's from Chicago, apparently.
I don't really miss it that much.
I went there. I had to take my kid to a doctor's appointment down, the specialist down there. So it wasn't really a bad drive from where I live, because I was over on the west side of Michigan. It was only
For you, like an hour or so. Yeah.
for me, it was like 4 hours.
Oh, 4? Okay.
Yeah, it was like
so
4
you're
hours.
way up north Michigan. Gotcha.
I was in like central, like western, well, like west central Michigan at that point. I was like, now I'm like north central. I moved like about 100 miles away towards the center of the state from where I was, which is nice because like I'm right by 75, which means like it's like a 2 hour. Let me put it this way: if I'm driving and my wife's asleep and my kid's asleep, I can make it there in like 2 hours and like 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
No, on a clear day, it is, and it's not bad. But no, I'm getting ready to go down there. That's why I'm not going to be doing any content the week of Christmas, because I'll put out a couple videos, but no streams or anything, because I'll be down there for the week.
I don't blame you.
No, it's family time, stuff like that. So
I'm still going to be recovering from the Rise of Skywalker.
Man, you guys.
I just had somebody tell me I was full of shit for those leaks on a thread. So I just laughed. I'm like, well, I was like, regardless if the leaks are right or not, this movie's going to be a dumpster fire. Like, they're already apologizing for the movie and it hasn't even come out yet. They're already making excuses. The cast, Kathleen Kennedy, has done it in interviews. Pretty soon you're going to see Bob Iger trotting his ass out, making an apology.
You notice that every time? That's the other thing about these. Every time one of them comes out, like, the media frenzy is just it's like just rabid. You know what I mean? It's like everything turns into a soundbite.
Yep.
Like every dumb question that they get asked turns into a fucking soundbite. It's like some of this shit I feel genuinely sorry for, but some of these answers, like, come on, really, dude? It's like you couldn't tell that was fucking bait when you walked into it.
I just feel sorry to be a Star Wars fan.
That's why I was really proud of fucking and I know he's like famously kind of like antisocial anyway, but when Joaquin Phoenix refused to answer that question before Joker came out, I was just thinking, good for you, dude, because that shit's bait.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't want to be turned into a soundbite. So he's like, I need to go talk to somebody first. That guy was like, good for you, because that's exactly what this shit's turned into. It's like they're just baiting you to turn something you say into a soundbite so that they can get fucking hate clicks and make a bunch of revenue off of it.
Yep.
That's what world we live in.
Kind of like a situation that's going on right now with a certain YouTube channel. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that YouTube channel sucks.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
So, I guess just blatantly lying about stuff is like the way to go now. I mean, it's not even like speculation. It's just like, I'm just going to blatantly lie about something, and then
even if you're not just say anything generally just to stir shit up, just for the sake of stirring shit up.
And it's not even just mixing up context. It's literally just that's a lie.
No, because I watched the string of videos he released. I did watch him because I want to know exactly what the hell he's saying, and it's all bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, it's a bunch of garbage that this guy's, you're punching up, dude, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. What was the line? This is not going to end the way you think it's going to end. It's not,
Well,
and
it just sounds like the most action he gets is blowing up his doll at home. So
Yep. I just watched that and I'm like, dude, and I'm looking on Twitter. I'm like, this situation has already been rectified with everybody. You know what I mean? With the peeps that back this deal, it's been rectified. So you're just trying to get clicks now. That's all you're doing. It's not going to work, man. Like you're not.
He sounds like a guy that would have gotten banned even from Spencer's.
He's not allowed back in Hot Topic anymore.
Sir, that's not where your wallet chain goes. Sir.
That's not where that. Oh, well, you can keep that now. You can keep that. We see where that's been. You came out of the changing room with that.
That's not why they call them pop finals. Oh my God. Anyways.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the Boardroom episode 5. Thank you all for tuning in. Pete, Adam, want to plug your channels?
Go ahead, Groove.
All right, yeah. So this week we got the episode 5 of Raiders Lost Flicks live. That's every Friday at 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's where we talk about all the movies that's coming out this week. We're talking about Jumanji 2, Richard Jewell, and Black Christmas. And we also have a special giveaway. I'm not going to tell you what that thing is. You have to be there to receive that special giveaway. And also we have a holiday surprise as well. Pete knows what that is, but we decided to keep that a secret as well. So we will see. Nothing. Yeah, Pete is a regular on my Friday show, and then the Boardroom will be on my channel next week, and then that'll be the last one for the year, right, guys?
I do believe so, actually, because
it's the holidays and everything. So the next week that'll be my last live stream before I leave for Illinois. So
it is also the last live stream before the Rise of Skywalker.
Oof.
So
yep.
Yeah, so it'll be a special pre-Rise of Skywalker warm-up session for the Boardroom.
Oh, I can't wait.
Put the boxing gloves on, boys.
Back to you, Pete.
All right. I am Temple Cooey into the Place to Be Reviews. You can go on over and sub there. We got the private group on Facebook, the official Place to Be Reviews fan page, also the Place to Be Reviews page on Facebook. You can just give that a follow, a like, a thumbs up. Everything we do is posted there, as well as in the group. The group's a great place to we got a nice little community going on over there. The YouTube channel, Twitter, you can follow us at the Place to Be Reviews. Instagram, the Place to Be Reviews. You can follow me, my personal Twitter at N80Pete right there. Hail the Phantom Menace. Let's see, what have I got going the rest of this week? Yeah, I'll be on Groove Show Friday night. I'm going to be talking about 6 Underground, Netflix movie with Ryan Reynolds. I'm going to check that out tomorrow night. And let's see, this weekend I'm not doing anything. I'll be doing a little bit of
Jumanji tonight, so I know what the hell's going on tomorrow.
I'll be doing a little bit. I'll be doing a little bit of content this weekend. We'll have the podcast episode number 80 next Monday night, and this is for me. I wanted to get 100 under my belt this year, but 80 episodes is a lot.
Impressive. Yeah.
I mean, I started my podcast sitting where I am right now, just talking into my cell phone back in February, and then I got the headset, with a little gamer's mic on it, and then my friends I've met through this have been, kind enough to gift me my equipment I have here. I bought a laptop, and I've been truly blessed here by Groove sent me a badass camera and rig the other day, man. This it's everybody says the Phantom Menace is all we do is hate. We have a hell of a community. We truly do. And I've been blessed to be part of this and make some really great friends. So no, man, we'll have episode number 80 of the podcast next Monday night. I'll do a morning show. I promise I will do a morning show on Tuesday, because that'll be the last one I'll do for until probably maybe after the first of the year. But yeah, so everything's going good. We just picked up our 125th subscriber tonight. Thank you to Thoughts from the Bat Cave, which I subscribe to, and we're actually going to see if we can get him to come on the show Probably after the holidays. Somebody new like that, I would like to.
I would love to meet Thoughts from the Batcave. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm going to. And like I said, I've had a couple interactions with him on Facebook. And I won't mention his real name or anything, but seems like a super cool guy, and I like his videos he's put out. So I'm gonna have him on the show. What's the Facebook link for the group? I can actually, let's see here. Let me see if I can get a link to the group here for you, Leo Red, and I will post it. Either that or that's your name on Facebook. I'll just message it to you on Facebook. I don't think we're friends, but I'll just shoot it to you on there. That'll be easier. So, but yeah, so that's what we got going on. And I'll be, like I said, I'll be on Groove Show Friday night. So that'll be my wrap up to the week for live streams.
All right. Well, everybody, stay tuned for Raiders of the Lost Flicks episode of the podcast on Friday night. It's going to be Adam. It's going to be you, Pete. Who else is going to be on there?
Monica and Alex.
Monica and Alex. Good group of people. Everybody subscribe to Raiders of the Lost Flicks. Everybody subscribe to E-Typical Queens, a place to be reviews. And please subscribe to 2 Cent Toys. Sal couldn't be here tonight, but
Spirit.
Here in spirit, here in our hearts. But everybody go subscribe here to Goober Brothers Entertainment. Hopefully you have already, since you've been listening to the video or watching it. Next week on Monday, I will be on World Class Bullshitters doing a Fanboys watch party. And right now I have a raffle going for a copy of Fanboys on Blu-ray, a 6-inch Darth Vader Black Series, and a copy of Crimes of Grindelwald. You can only enter if you donate $5 to St. Jude's Hospital online. Screenshot your donation, send it to Goober Brothers Entertainment on Instagram. The raffle ends in 2 days, so on the 13th. So go ahead and enter that raffle right now, and hopefully you win. And whoever wins, I will send that copy of Fanboys out as soon as I can, so you folks can watch it with us during the watch party. So is that it for you guys? You guys have anything else to say?
That sums it up for me, man.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in so much, and we will see y'all next week for Goober Brothers. For the Boardroom episode 6, which will be on Adam's channel. So, love, peace, hair grease.
Eat
May
your
the farce
vegetables.
be with you.
Oh,
Everyone,
yeah.
have a good night. Oh yeah.
Have a good night. I'll catch you on the flip side. The cup of
Everybody-
coffee, because the cream always rises to the top. Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows shit. Fuck.